Seriously? You're doing the artificial storm experiment? Here? You're not about to go swimming with my most treasured record, are you?
You must understand. This record is a vital element of the experiment.
And you need to understand that it's a one-of-a-kind relic of rock and roll.
Oh, don't fret. I've taken that concern into account.
What?
The closest potential location for the experiment appears to be directly on the route of this cruise ship, the Free Breeze.
Wow.
My calculations show that we're veering off course. We're accelerating on a southward trajectory.
These people are fortunate. Born at the top of wealth and privilege.
Miss Grace, please, show us a new way.
What a coincidence. I so happen to have a similar device myself.
1999? 2005? No. 2007?
There is a pioneer who has crossed the storm.
There's a language that transcends all barriers. Please, everyone, hold on to each other and follow the music. And you're going to do the experiment alone?
That's the plan. And if I fail, at least you'll have one more umbrella for the others.
Buongiorno. So begins another beautiful day on our voyage together. Basta! Has nobody ever told you it's rude to tap someone's head like that? If you want to tap something, I can lend you a tin drum. I'm Barcarola, former musical director of the Free Breeze, am at your service.
The elders trust me to lead our people, and everyone believes in me. But why was I chosen for this important task? I'm so glad to have you here. No, I mean, I'm so grateful you let me stay here. We're not afraid of you. We'll find our home one day.
Take my hand. You might feel better. Don't worry, it's been proven safe. Look at you, so broken. I'll be right here.
The fog worker has requested the Foundation's assistance. Due to a mysterious change in the smog, they've been experiencing extraordinary rates of tuberculosis. We need someone experienced in medicine to go to London and investigate.
Miss Tooth Fairy, I'm Brimley, the ranger colleague of Arthur Fogg. There's a lot more going on here than meets the eye. Miss! Watch your head!
Are you here for the Uluru Games? Here in Cross Street, we're all celebrating the upcoming Uluru qualifiers. I'm Flutterpage. I wake everyone up in the morning. The most amazing witch lives here too. These snails are for her to eat.
Is she French?
Why? You've seen her in France? I've never even seen her leave the house.
It's all because of her, that fog hag. She's the one who created the black fog. She's cast us.
To protect the health of all involved, the London Uluru qualifiers have been cancelled.
Why should I care? I'm no athlete. I've only got one leg. Just like I've nothing to do with the Uluru Games.
The qualifiers would have held the floor ritual.
She was a once-in-a-generation floor ritualist.
We'll just have to hold our own games.
Have you forgotten about the challenge? Charlotte O'Hagan?
I don't care what anyone thinks. So, I'm the first special competitor in the Uluru Games. To be sure, there will be a second, a third. I'll not be special anymore. But they will remember me. Not for my broken leg, no, but for what I can do.
You're so cute when you nap on the sofa, all scrunched up like a little kitten. Huh? Was I not supposed to look at you? What's the difference if you were sleeping? Hello, call me Flutterpage. I used to live in Millwall with my mum and dad and sister. Higher than the bell tower, and even the clouds!
Once a slouch hat, now a fedora. You can change the appearance, but not the heart. I'll always be that cheerful ranger committed to justice. And no matter what, I'll still be made from that pure Aussie wool. Just as any true ranger would.
Good morning, Mr. Golden Sun. Сука, блядь, swallow my exhaust! Ha!
Okay. Okay. And I think there's no volume on the game right now. Give me a moment. Oh, no, there is. Is there? Hang on. There we go. Why is it so loud? Okay, we'll see. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, we're doing the shit today. Hell yeah. It feels like ages since I've last streamed, man.
To die means the ones you...
Alright, let me do my dailies real quick.
But...
Hey, Excalibur, hey, Frank, how are you guys doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, plan is we will pull for Barcarola.
What?
And never mind, welcome to Substitute Nemo. Yeah, basically. It's Walmart Nemo, man. Nemo at home. Can't stay long as you. Don't worry about it, Frank. Do not worry. I'm just glad you're popping in. Alright, I want to do this shit later. Oh, I don't think I did my... Oh, I didn't do these last night. I forgot to, re-roll them. Oh, hello, Dusky. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Okay. I think I collected there. You got Flutter Page? I have Flutter Page, yeah. Yeah. Because follow-ups, man.
The ones you love can't see you anymore. Don't matter much.
Hey, Mask, how are you? Welcome in. Alright, we're gonna roll for Barcarola real quick. I'm not even close to pity, and I'm on my 50-50, so this could be painful. Whether we get her early or not is going to determine whether I pull for Fatutu or not. Alright. Okay. Oh shit. Hold on. What have I done? We're fine. Man, the YouTube... Yeah, the YouTube delay is... I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I ended up getting Flutter Page for my very last roll of 4.4. God damn, man. Right up until the very end, huh? Alright, let's do this. I've already Euphoria Voyager, so we're invested. That's yellow. God damn it. Got Gutian in 1 and Bark in 60. That's actually not bad, right? Like, if you average it out, that's 2 6-stars and 61 pulls.
I am adept at listening to...
Alright. No, I think I'm only at 20, actually. Let me check real quick. Yeah. So that's my 30th? 29th? I still have 140 for Tutu, but I'm not sure about Jay. Man. So, okay, so from what I have heard, or not from what I've heard, but from what happened in 2.2, you only needed like 40 pulls going into 2.2 to guarantee limited, so I'm gonna hope that that's the case for 2.5 as well. And then I don't have to worry about saving quite as much. Cold. We don't care about these. There's no 5-star in this patch, is there? No, right? No, there isn't. Oh, are we digging? Oh, I think we're digging deep for this one, then. Yeah. That's orange, right? Okay, fuck me. Come on. B-star, 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 please. Please, please, please. Please?
Thank you so much for
Fuck
bringing
yeah.
me on board.
It's that easy. It really is just that easy. Come on.
Former musical director of the...
Alright, cool. We win these, man. Alright, let's level this girl up. I don't think I have enough books for her. There she is. I'm hoping I don't lose on the scam banner. Man. Like, I know I shouldn't be pulling on scam banners, but every time I do, and then I get fucked. It is so bad. Wait, you're going for it? What's the scan banner? Is it you said you were going for J, right? Easy clap, easy clap. Let's go. I need these things. I still don't know how impromptu works, I'm gonna be honest with you. But it looks cool.
Oh, would you do that again?
Yes, I intend to.
Such a peculiar...
I didn't know she had more lines after that. It's these fucking birds, man. Every goddamn time it's the birds. J Tuesday. Oh, that's such a painful one. Really? Fuck. I could use... I kind of want Tuesday, but I don't have a poison team. Like, I have Sotheby and that's it. Okay, we're not doing this right now. Let's get right into it then. Shit. You don't have books in the event store, do they? No, right? No, okay, I'll have to find those later then. Alright, have the strings ever plucked the heart's tune? In the night, waves drift south beneath the moon. In the distance, travelers sail, their home lost too soon. I don't have either, so yeah. Same, I've been playing Get. I've not watched Getian, but I've not watched any videos on Impromptu. Yeah. So from what I understand, Impromptu is like, you get Eureka, you use Eureka, and then it puts your stuff on the thing. It like charges up your Impromptu stuff. Hey, welcome in, Mikopris, how are you? How are you? I had to skip bar since I literally got nothing left. Yeah. What? How much am I at, actually? 89? That's actually not bad. I probably am not going to go for Fatutu, though. Can you link your YouTube here? Yes, I can. Let's see here. I'm just gonna toss it into the restream, and then that should put it on YouTube as well. Twitch, I mean. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that is my YouTube. Also, yeah, okay. I'll watch Deathstroth or Jackals and explain it later. Yeah, I think they have videos up on it, no? I haven't looked into them yet. Alright. Let's get to this. I like the impromptu gameplay, though it takes a while to ramp. That's what it seems like, yeah. Did you pull yet? I literally just pulled Evil. I got Barcarola in... it doesn't keep track of the early ones, does it? No, these are old. I think it was like 50 pulls-ish. I was on my 50-50 too, so I'm very glad I got her. Impromptu goes Burr. I'm gonna bring her. I mean, it's not like I need leveled stuff for the fights anyway, so I will just use her for this thing. Alright, let's do this. A message delivered. We live in independence, yet we depend on others to survive. Seems Twitch is more active coming there. Twitch is faster with the chat, honestly. Like, I don't know why YouTube has the lag, it's kind of dumb. Message delivered. I did one discounted 10 pull in the Euphoria banner match to get New Babel. Hey, that's a good pull. New Babel, that's a fantastic pull. It's the Titanic. It's actually just the Titanic, yeah.
When the first proverb appears on the shell, we reach the shores of elsewhere.
You're far wherever you are.
The island.
It's surely nothing will bad happen, right?
Palm of Mother Sea.
The once drifting boat now beds itself in the golden sand.
Hey.
When the second proverb appears on the shell, we kindle the fire. The crackling warmth.
The intro to this is cinema.
The spark.
I mean, just the whole, like, narrator intro is so cool.
The joyful people.
I was wondering how Fatutu and her people kind of tie into, like, them being at sea.
Appears on the shell.
I'll probably go. I'm probably trying to stop around 6 or 7 in the morning, so like 4 hours-ish. We'll see how far we can get.
Plentiful fish.
Like, I don't have work tomorrow, but I'm also, like, trying not to stay up until noon, you know what I mean?
When the fourth proverb appears on the shell, we face the test. The salty tears, the longing gaze.
Did you read the messages before the version to don't? We're going to Aspire, right?
The sea,
Because that's it. This is like the direct continuation to chapter 8.
beyond the sea, I find no home.
Celine Dion is in your head right now. Celine Dion's gonna be in your head until the end of this patch, I swear to God. Alright. Nukuteo. Nukuteo?
You did well today, Tutu.
Kamata. Tutu.
Thank you, Kamitsa. I was just playing my part in celebrating the success of the trade season. Nothing special, really.
That was not the voice I was... Honestly, I was expecting her to have the, like a higher pitched kid voice.
But what are we doing here? What could be more important than the celebration?
Seems Twitch only has 1080, so I'll be on audio. Oh, yeah, like data. For data, yeah, that's kind of annoying.
I've never
Oh,
seen
I'm gonna be honest with you, I've barely looked at Twitch side at all in terms of like setting stuff up and stuff. It's literally just default settings for everything.
Tutu, do you think you and your friends could fix up that old ship? I know you're close with Toa Solane and the rest. They always make sure their first Faust go to you. I'm sure they'd be happy to lend you a hand.
Okay, so my immediate assumption is all of these people are gonna die except for Fatutu. Because, yeah, every time they show an island full of people so far, they die. And maybe that's why, maybe. I'll have to check in the settings, Frank. I'm at Note 8. Okay, maybe not directly after Chapter 8 since there's a Uluru event. Oh, right. This is after Uluru. Actually, 4 months between Chapter 8 and 2. Oh, wow. I did not expect it to be that big of a time jump. Heron flashback. Exactly. I think she's supposed to be 16 or something. Marcus age correct. Really? She seems smaller.
And the elders like you too.
I haven't looked at her
I've heard many
bio
of
or
you say
anything.
they'll leave their spirit shells to you.
Spirit shells.
So you can win their support too, right?
Whoa, slow down, Big Chief. Are you saying you want to fix up the Quick Spear?
The Quick Spear?
Yeah.
But why? We've kept it docked for years.
Maybe one day we'll need to set sail again. To fish or spend some time on another island.
But the merchants already come by every few months to bring us hollow fruits and red snappers. Why would we need to sail?
I'm going to paces back and forth in front of Fatutu. The words are stuck in his throat.
Yeah, but what if a storm hits? Are we just going to sit around and let the waves
Storm
wash
mission.
away our homes?
We've been through much worse than a few storms.
She raises her head proudly.
Remember when the waves came and took away Malaga? Halon cried for days over that little pebble castle. And then that strange oil polluted the water.
We'll be driving
all
soon,
around that
so I'll be... Yeah, no worries, Frank, no
only
worries.
place where the water's calm enough to hold a pow-pow race. We haven't held a race since. Then Miti and Vaipuna, but we've made it through. Because that's what we do in the face of difficulties, right? We stick together. Besides, we're doing just fine on Mount.
Okay, so far she's a lot more, like, well put together than I would have assumed. I was expecting her to be closer to Flutter Page, I'm not gonna lie to you.
If it comes to that, Tutu, I need you to take everyone and leave. Find somewhere to stay for a while. Can I ask that of you?
Those got arms, though, god damn. Fatutu's brow furrows.
You've been acting strange, brother. Are you thinking of sneaking off and leaving us?
I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Neither are the rest of us, brother.
No. You must get ready. Start preparing
Sounds like
now.
she's his hair. Yeah, it does sound like, if anything happens, she is next in line. So which means I'm assuming he is the leader of this tribe. Moto's unusual behavior leads Fatutu to make a bold guess.
Something's been bothering you since last trade season. You've been spending a lot of time at the beach, looking out to the sea. Did a witch put a spell on you?
She's just a bean. Yeah, which makes fun
You
of
better
me.
wear some malacca around your neck and carry nip bones and doll sleeves.
No, no.
I swear to
There's
God,
no
this
way.
patch makes me want to pull for Fatu, so I'm gonna... Like, I
something
don't
Miss
have the
Grace told
resources
me.
for that, man.
It's been bugging me.
Oh. Oh, they've already been contacted. I see. That's not good.
Miss Grace? That outsider who calls herself a captain?
Okay. Okay, I see where we're going with this. Yeah, they're definitely not surviving, man. With the singing of the Nuktai, the trade festival slowly comes to an end. It'll probably happen to you. Yeah. Yeah. On the beach, the Nuktai bid farewell to their guests in twos and threes, enjoying this rare moment of leisure.
I don't mean to alarm you, Mr.
Look at her though,
Kanuta.
she's so pretty. Mr. Kanuta. Like, that's a moth, right? That's definitely a moth. She has to be a
Months
mole.
from now, Melly will be devoured by a tsunami.
Melly will be devoured by a tsunami. My thoughts exactly the moment I saw you. Just like a pair on out, exactly. Miss Grace is kind of jealous that Sophia has her followers, so she's trying to get her own. Poor Kayla. No, Kayla's gone, man. Kayla's done for. She don't exist no more. She stands nonchalantly as if discussing something insignificant.
Miss Grace, don't say such nonsense. You're welcome as a guest, but that doesn't give you the right to spread fear among my people.
A bold prediction that Grace will be limited for anniversary. That's a very bold prediction. Holy.
What if
I would like that a
told
lot,
you
but
the
that's a
sinking of
bold
Malaga and
prediction.
Vipuna wasn't entirely caused by the tsunami, but there were other factors at play. It is true that the tsunami.
That's an insane
sent them
prediction.
into the
Actually,
sea.
though, yeah. I would love it
But
if that was the
long
case. I
before
would
it
love to play
struck,
as girls. Look at her. She looks so cool.
Foreign military forces had been eyeing the islands for their strategic
Foreign military
value.
forces. We are actually just rehashing a pair, aren't we? Oh, God.
Those rumbling sounds. They weren't
Who would show
thunder?
her in the suitcase? Argus. Oh, wait. Yeah, huh? That's a problem if she becomes playable. Weren't thunder.
They were torpedoes launched by humans.
Hopefully, Miss Grace's actions in this event will help us evaluate the moth theory. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, if she is a mole, I don't know how deep she goes, like, how much she's allowed to do in terms of fucking shit up. Because, I mean, if she's a mole for the Foundation, who have notoriously not really given a shit when it comes to messing other people up. She presents a thick document in her hand.
And I have some unfortunate news regarding them.
Muda grabs a cold, impersonal stack of white paper.
The area is now under martial law. Any development plan for the region should be revised accordingly. These coordinates, they cover Nukuteao.
Nukuteao.
After a brief investigation,
Nukuteao.
they concluded that your home is an unoccupied area suitable for their weapon testing.
Fuck. Oh no.
It won't be long before they publish a report on this new test site and
Wait,
receive
hang
their
on.
rewards for discovering it.
Okay, no. I was thinking weapons testing nuclear bombs, but that was in the 50s, and we're in the 90s right now. It won't be long before they publish a
The veil of nothingness was cast by our ancestors to protect us from the outside.
weapon testing, exactly. Fuck. That's not great.
I never
of
thought it would
nothingness.
put us at risk. As chief,
Oh,
I
because...
must bring this to the attention of my people.
So this is why...
Perhaps it's time we remove the mist. But without it, we'll draw all
Maybe
kinds
just
of
torpedo. Maybe just torpedoes. Yeah. Because I was thinking when they mentioned weapon testing in like the islands, I assumed Bikini Atoll, but that was in 1954, which was nukes. Kamita clenches the report tightly in his fist.
Miss Grace, may I borrow this document? My
Is this a
people
real
need to see
tribe?
this.
I doubt it. They've been kind of like they haven't actually used actual like existing ethnic groups for their like indigenous tribes and stuff. It's mostly just been made up tribes, so I'm thinking this probably isn't either.
Be my guest.
just based on, I believe, Polynesian culture, from what I've heard.
Why's that?
As far
Actually, I
as
can just look it up, couldn't I?
to expand the test site. It's on their agenda now.
Nukutave is something in French Polynesia, so I'm assuming it's something like that. Made up based on real stuff, yeah.
Right. We'll have to set up a meeting with them to negotiate.
Certainly. I wish you the best of luck persuading those warmongers. And for your safety,
Wait, who's he sitting with? Okay. Every nonchalant word that leaves her mouth strikes Kamuto with the shocking gravity of the situation.
With all due respect, Miss Grace, not even the Nukutai can predict the movements of the ocean that far in advance. On what basis are you making this forecast?
He's from the future.
It's not a forecast, Mr. Kamuta. Call it the wisdom of hindsight. Or perhaps I should put it more clearly. Have you heard of the storm?
God damn. I do wonder what her game is. Like, what is she on about?
Kamutsa! Brother!
Uh-oh. Now, is this a flashback, or are we...
The rain's getting heavier! We must go inside!
Oh, this is like a brand new CG. They didn't just reuse apparel. It's not a real tribe, and those who play only for representation are not happy. You know, at this point, just don't go on Reddit, man. I just don't go on Reddit. Fuck it. Rain blurs come with his vision. He stares into the distance, his eyes widening as the frothing waves roar towards the coast. The sea level is rising.
It's the tsunami. It's happening.
Like the soil beneath the ever-rising waterline, Kamuta's murmured words are quickly buried. The sea has almost swallowed the whole atoll.
What's going on, Tutu? Kamuta?
New NPCs as well, huh? A worried figure hurries over.
No time for questions, Toa. We must bring these baskets to safety.
Batutu's already pushing as many woven baskets filled with berries and bundled material as she can, up to higher ground. Her hands are a sore red, her face stamped with desperate determination. What is Reddit saying? Oh no, not Reddit. It's just like every time something hits the fan, it's always Reddit complaining. And Twitter. But, like, mostly Reddit. A lot of new stuff in this past season and stuff. Yeah. Which is nice, right? Like, actually seeing new stuff.
Here, I'll give you a hand.
A tall figure rushes over, grabbing the baskets from the children's hands and tossing them aside.
Chief, what are you doing?
Leave them! There's no time. We must get to the ship. Now!
Our people still have to live after the flood's over. If we don't bring something, what are we going to eat? Or where? These things won't fall into our laps, you know.
She is very bright. What the heck?
Listen, it's different this time. You...
There's always drama on Reddit, exactly. Always drama on Reddit. Before Kamuto can finish speaking, a few dark shadows dart out from the forest. I only use Reddit and I've never seen much negativity about Vatutu. It's less about Vatutu specifically and more, just general sentiments about every goddamn patch. Someone is always complaining every time the patch drops, man. A row of sharp claws grazes Kamuto's back.
What are all these splinter cats doing here?
Splinter cats, I know what that is. We get those in the... What's a crab? The near-endless surge of critters starts to create an even greater panic.
These aren't just splinter cats. Are those Sarmatian sea snails? And cats
Sarmatian.
with ghost faces?
Oh, Sarmatian. I've always read it as Samaritan. I don't know if that's... I don't know if I'm, like, bad at reading or if that was just a
I've never seen
typo.
them all come out together before. What kind of storm is this?
the flashes of lightning, doubt and worry flicker across the Nukatai's faces.
They could sense the coming tsunami. Come! We need more hands.
I'm glad I haven't looked for anything from Reddit. Yeah, I go on occasionally just to see if there's any, like, actual interesting stuff, but I tend to not stick around. Like when Gachadokuro made his goodbye video. I still haven't watched that. I'm really sad he quit because he was one of the first streamers I actually started watching for this game. They can sense the coming tsunami. Can we to have more hands to drive them all?
Understood.
Sorry, not he, they. He said they. They. Jesus Christ. The Gachadokuro video was pretty cringe. Oh, was it? I still haven't seen it. Like, I know he was kind of burning out on it. I keep saying he. They were kind of burning out on it, towards the end of, what was it? I think right before chapter 6 or something. What am I doing? Oh, I'm putting together my impromptu team, right? We can do a watch along. I'd rather not do a watch along when it's such a recent video, honestly. Just because, like I know how the algorithm works. I know how viewership goes. Like, you want to give it like a few weeks at least for things to settle. What? Who? Voyager. I don't know why I can't focus today, man. Okay. My Matilda is not yet built, so we're gonna put in, It actually doesn't matter, I just realized. This is... I don't know how this works. I don't fucking know how this works. Oh wait, Voyager gets her ult right away? That's crazy. Moon-Eyed Fiddler. Why don't we get this variant, man? Alright, well... Was Voyager's Euphoria to give her ult immediately? It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Have any requests? Stars. Listen to the melodies.
I think Gachadokura's opinion on the story and character were fair. Those can be suggested. Yeah. I mean, like, if it's opinion stuff, then I mean, what the hell am I supposed to say about that, man? I mean, if you feel some way, a way about something, you can't really quantify that. It's just a feeling. I'm curious about each version, and I'm looking to see the negative things they say on Twitter. There are most negative things. Twitter's always negative. Actually, no, I can't say that because my Twitter is like so stupidly curated that I barely see any reverse stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just art and shit posts. The fleeing critters surge like the tide, scattering the Nukatai. Like, it's a lot easier to curate Twitter than it is Reddit, which is probably why I'm a bit biased against Reddit. Fleeing critters surge like the tide, scattering the Nukatai. Okay, makes sense. Jakuzan already did so. Oh yeah, I think I saw the Jakuzan video on that. I haven't seen it, but I saw the thumbnail. I do not understand his other gameplay complaints except for roguelike, which is legit grindy. I actually enjoy the grind for roguelike because it gives me something to do if I just want to play the game and not think, you know? Many are left wounded, but I mean, again, personal opinion. I'll have to go into their, like, actually watch the video to really make sense of it.
Everyone get to the quick spear!
Quick spear. I'm assuming the quick spear is their boat, yeah? Or the ship they're talking about?
It's the worst I've ever seen. Is it true? Is this the end of Melly?
So I'm assuming the names they gave earlier were like the names of each individual island. In the shadows, a spiny claw swipes at the Tutu. Wait, what? Hang on. An inky black indentation flashes past her. A familiar face appears at the highest point of the reef. Wait, hang on. Let me look this up real quick. I want to see if this is like an actual... Okay, that didn't help. Indonesia. I was trying to find the language to see if we can get some information on Grace. Grace surveys the scene, a gentle smile on her face.
Seems I'm right on time.
If you're happy, you'll just enjoy the game. If you're not, some people just complain about it online, and that's why they're... Yeah, like there are some people you will never satisfy. They'll always be looking for something like to complain about. So at that point, there's no point, right? Just let them do their thing. Block them, easy.
You should be more careful out here, dear.
I was thinking, yeah, the incantation. Nothing came up when I searched it except for like one Indonesian website. You should be more careful out there, dude.
People of Nuka-Teao, are you ready to set sail?
God, she's so pretty. What the hell? The pale shadow gracefully lands beside Patutu.
Set sail? No. You've got this all wrong, outsider. We're not going anywhere. We Nuka-Teao will not abandon our home.
Why do all Manus characters use the same kind of arcanum? Like the ink? I'm assuming they're all, like, by joining Manus they have like some kind of enhancement from Arcana. Or something of the sort. The string of shells around Fatutu's neck heaves along with the defiant breaths in her chest.
Tutu, wait. Maybe Miss Grace knows a better way.
Also, we know that Arcanum is very much influenced by Gnosis, which is implied to be very heavily based on belief and faith. So I guess if they're like seeing Arcana as a savior, that might affect how their Arcana manifests. Don't read the incantation, there might be some side effects. Too late, I read it. I'm not an Arcanist, it doesn't matter. She pulls away from Kamuta's hands. They added new items to roguelike, and now after I finish this, I have to collect them all for the lore. I haven't done roguelike yet. I think Babel's in roguelike. I need to run it again. Shit.
Refuse all you like, miss. But your homeland will be completely submerged before long.
Like, I was not expecting to like roguelike as much as I did. Like, it's just a fun thing to run through. Her words are light, almost careless, as they toy with this unmoving rock before her.
We appreciate your help, Miss Grace. And we'll make sure to return the favor as best we can.
Is Fatutu mineral or star? She's mineral, right?
But we don't find your view on the situation all that convincing.
Because, I mean, she has the mineral-like mindset. You know, the very unyielding.
You don't, do you?
The critter, now bound by Grace's incantation, is pulled before Fatutu.
Take a look at this little creature. One of nature's many remarkable creations.
Oh. Fatutu's mineral, okay.
A fitting name, too. The Moon-Eyed Fiddler. They hide themselves in the water, covering their traces with the ebb and flow of the tide. They only come ashore when the tide is high. And from there, they migrate to quieter waters.
We're actually getting ecology, that's crazy. Roguelike is fun, but it's so goddamn well, yeah.
They are the living gold of the ocean. But to the people who live near their regular habitats, they are an ill omen. Wherever they appear, floods are sure to follow.
That's a correlation, not causation, come on. Grace takes a few subtle steps towards Fatutu.
This tsunami is only the beginning. Animals migrate and leave their homes behind when conditions become unfavorable. You should do the same.
She just called them animals? That's crazy. Cancel her.
Look around you. Think about your people.
The tide of critters seemed to have subsided, but the Nuka-Tai still bleed. But Tutu can clearly hear their labored sighs and gasps.
Tutu, it's okay. We know you have your reasons.
Tutu stands frozen, the sand and gravel carried by the seawater washing over her trembling feet. Tears well up in her eyes as the mottled grace of the sky above seems to merge with the crimson ground below. This early in the story? Wow, that's crazy. Grace gently adjusts Fatutu's collar, wiping the rain from her face.
The outside world is indeed full of dangers. But there is less to fear than you think.
What is her game, man?
I'll help you through it.
The tide grows more turbulent, crashing against rocks and shaking the foundations of the Nuka-Tai's homes. There is a series of crashes as coconut trees fall and earth crumbles and falls into the sea.
There it is, our ship.
That's a nice image. I've done rewards since 1.9. We'll do it when all the rewards are out, assuming it's like Arc Knights. There's a ton of rewards, new rewards since 1.9. Man, it's recruiting anyone. I mean, last even though. I'm assuming, also welcome in, Ethan. I'm assuming if they're arcanists of a decent blood purity, they just get recruited no matter what. Because it's either because even if they don't need them, right? It's better to have them rather than let them fall into enemy hands, right? Huh?
Today's headlines. A new naval testing site has been established in an unoccupied area of the Eastern Pacific Ocean to facilitate future armament research and development. South America is facing a significant economic crisis marked by stagnation, inflation, and rising unemployment. The poverty rate in several regions has reached new highs in the last decade. The Ocean Conservation Association is calling for greater attention to be paid to the oil spill near the archipelagos, claiming that the relevant organizations have yet to launch a full investigation into the cause of the incident.
I think V2.4 mentioned that. I'm assuming the island people are arcanists. I mean, V2.4's an arcanist, right? And my assumption is that with these very small, isolated groups, if one person is it's mostly going to be like homogenous in terms of the ethnic makeup, right? So if one person is an arcanist, they're probably all arcanists. Because I mean, if they don't get a lot of traffic in or out of the island, then really, where's the regular people gonna come from?
The Free Breeze cruise ship is set to arrive in Sydney Harbor later today.
It's basically recruitment battle against exactly. Like even if you don't need the resources, you still want to have them instead of your enemy. The resources in this case being arcanists. And precisely presses a little green button, and a painful wail follows. Got DI in reverse 99 before GTA 5, 6. Goddamn.
Miss Radio!
Oh, it's Regulus. Hi.
How could you do this to me? Today of all days? Your bloody alarm ruined my precious holiday lying!
Just go back to bed, man.
My apologies, Miss Regulus. But it wasn't an alarm. It was the daily news broadcast.
Sydney Harbor, Australia mention. Is that why they mentioned the Uluru Games? The swatted aside, Miss Radio seems to have a clear signal.
If the morning news isn't quite to your taste, I can offer a variety of alternatives, including programs on literature and music critique,
Australia mention.
and so on.
Ugh, no!
No. Her cry echoes through the room.
Sorry, it seems I've caught you at a bad time.
Also, we're in Australia right now. Ezra, having just peeked his head through the door, immediately ducks back. A one-sided conflict seems inevitable.
But please be careful, Miss Regulus. I know the LSCC encourages us to examine machines like Ms. Radio, but I don't think a violent disassembly would go down so well.
I miss our little DJ pirate. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen her, hasn't it? Regulus gets to her feet.
Violence? If there's any sort of violence in this room, I'm the one receiving it. Where's my justice? Well, I'm afraid justice might be slow to come.
Nice to see old characters. Yeah, I was not expecting to see
Branch is
Ezra.
going through
Shit.
restructuring at the moment. Things will be put on hold for a while.
Like, I know they mentioned Australia and Uluru
In the
prior to the
meantime,
event. I didn't think
you've
they'd
been
actually show
assigned
up
to a new team,
in person.
the Storm Research Group.
Miss Radio is such a baddie. You know what? You do you, man.
Me? Yes, Mr. Ulrich's leading it.
Mr. Ulrich.
He made a special request for you to be on the team. He's looking forward to
Special
meeting
request
you
for
in person.
her. Why? For what reason, man?
What? Just like that? Didn't anyone care to ask me what I wanted to do?
Regulus's puzzled expression soon gives way to a sudden realization.
Wait, why are you telling me this now? The list of group members and the reasons for their selection have been up on Laplace's website for a week
You'll
now.
see why. Yeah.
And
Like, it can't just be the record
today
thing,
is
right?
its official founding day. You should be there, as a Laplace staff member and an important part of the new team.
I forgot she was Laplace. Like technically, Laplace was the one that took her in. I'm more a Door kind of guy. Door is, He does his best.
Hold on.
I'm surprised we haven't seen him in story,
As
actually.
far as
yet.
I'm concerned, I'm still on Team Timekeeper. And, more importantly, I'm still on my time off.
Good to see that you actually paid attention in our last group meeting, Regulus.
The owner of the suitcase, Regulus' savior, the great timekeeper, arrives at the door.
Vertin! Oh, thank God you're here.
Regulus got stronger. Yeah. It was either Laplace or, I don't know, she gets sent to SPDM or something.
Go on, tell them I'm still on holiday.
Like where else would you go, realistically? The fast drowning pirate is hoping for a life preserver.
Sorry to break it to you like this, Regulus, but today's our last day off.
You can't be serious!
Of course I am. Also, Mr. Ulrich has invited us to attend the ceremony in Laplace.
That's...
Shall I give you a moment to get ready?
No!
No. It's been more than 4 months since Chapter 8. She hasn't been there. And she hasn't had much part in Luru. She's had too much time on vacation. Yeah, like if she's been on vacation since after the storm, that's a long ass vacation, man. Like she wasn't in Chapter 8. Like she's been on vacation for a while. The nameless black dots on this parchment cry out for annotations. Due to the reclusive nature of the Nukatais, our knowledge of excuse me. Our knowledge of this enigmatic people comes only from the sparse accounts of a few trading ships that had contact with them, and the legends from neighboring societies. In the folklore of coastal civilizations in the South Pacific, there are often tales of shell people or hermit crab people. These beings, dressed in shells and living in the water, are depicted as the otherworldly ocean emissaries or guardians. They offer advice and guidance to the protagonists in these stories, or help those lost at sea. With the age of exploration, the veil over these mysterious figures was lifted, and a small island named Nukateo, known for its production of mystical and esoteric crafts, became a topic of intrigue among adventurers in taverns. Consequently, the intrusion of explorers and trading ships seemed to worry the Nukatais, and records from that period show they gradually vanished from the pages of history. They employed some form of arcane skill to conceal the island's exact location, ensuring their homeland never appeared on any official map. Today, with advancements in maritime technology and increasing global communication, it is only a matter of time before the island of Nukatais is rediscovered. The author can only hope that this inevitable encounter will not bring undue harm to the Nukatais, wishing they can integrate into the global community through peaceful and friendly exchanges. May the final chapter of this age of exploration conclude with harmony. What the hell happened in Chapter 1? A lot. That was a long-ass chapter, man. Holy. How many chapters are in this thing? Because if they're all that long, there is absolutely no way we're getting through this tonight. This might take like 3 streams if they're all that long. That's cute. Free breeze. The sea breeze, the freedom, and the last day of vacation already slipping away. Last train home used in JoJo's ending song. I can see it. I think I know what you're... Yeah. I think I can see it. Holy. Yeah, this might be a 3-parter then. Depends on how long the rest of those are. Street Sydney Harbor.
Captain, we seem to have deviated from our route to Laplace.
The road to the LSCC is ever fraught with obstacles. 28 last battle chapters like chapter 20. Okay.
A great pirate, Mr. Apple, doesn't simply rely on her compass. She must listen to her heart too.
Ah, this Apple thought you were trying to slip away to make the most of your final day off.
I mean, it is her day off. She has that right. Just let her go, man.
Well, that too.
Like Odysseus returning victorious from the Trojan War, Regulus nimbly dives into one vortex after another.
Come get your suckerat whiskers all the way from Brazil. Perfect for brewing a chill wind elixir. Only 185 sharpadontes.
Sharpadontes.
See anything
The realistic background goes
you
on.
won't find a better price anywhere.
This is a good price. Do you have more of this
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
Show me everything you've got.
Captain, might I remind you that Miss Sotheby is not travelling with us at this time?
Oh yeah, you're right.
The hell is that? What? The boat? This is actually just like a photo that's had like a oil paint layer filter laid on it. The temptations before them seem to be endless. Odysseus mentioned, yeah. Her sugar mommy isn't exactly. She can't just run around willy-nilly. She needs to actually budget. A street artist sings as paint flies through the air, almost splashing onto Regulus's sunglasses.
All right, mate. Whoa, love the colours. How about bringing in some pop art? Trust me, it'll take it to a whole new level.
Pause.
You should come visit London sometime. We've got some seriously groovy art on the streets.
Reminds me of Autumn streams. Oh no, why, what?
Pop art? That's a bit dated, don't you think?
That's right, she's from 66. God
I
damn.
beg your pardon?
Just as Regulus rolls up her sleeves, ready for a tussle, a not too distant cheer grabs her attention. Okay, Regulus cannot be in a fist fight. She's weak as hell. 5'3" ass ain't doing nothing. No, it is not, man. Like, she lost to Sonetto, come on.
Did you hear that? We better go over there and check it out, Mr. Apple.
Like, she could barely fight off 37, are you kidding me?
Could it be...
There is no way.
Manus Vindictae? Miss Verton did caution us against the Manus followers we might encounter in Australia.
No, it's something much more important than that.
What are we looking at? That's an interesting soundtrack. I kind of like it. He streamed Epic the Musical, but YouTube was not happy. Oh no! Did YouTube ding him for it? I was in for some of it. But I fell asleep because it was pretty late. I really like the soundtrack. Why is it so low res? Who is YouTube to talk about something like that? Yeah, YouTube's kind of annoying when it comes to that sort of stuff. Oh, it was just really zoomed in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest sail-away party in all Australia.
Sonora probably knows how to throw hands. She's basically a child soldier. Yeah, actually though. What was that majestic music that blessed my ears? That was actually a really nice soundtrack. I enjoyed that quite a bit. It's probably not going to be our lobby soundtrack, which makes me sad, but hey.
This is the ultimate sailing experience. Relaxation, food, drink,
Do hope
and
they use
music.
it again though. That'd be
Don't
really
miss
nice.
out. Free breeze is about to set sail.
Free breeze.
No need to worry about currency exchange, whether it's Australian dollars, sharpodontes, arcane materials, or a rare collectible item. All are welcome in exchange for a ticket of equal value.
You know, I never realized just how fucked Australian dollars are in terms of conversion. That is a horrendous conversion.
Unforgettable journey with the talented.
The crackling box, yeah, her monstrosity of an instrument.
Fantastic crackling box.
Crackling box. The cheers grow louder and louder.
We've also prepared a little gift for our most enthusiastic guest. A free cruise ticket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
This apple should have known better.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party starts now. Put your hands together for the enchanting Miss
A loop version of that music? Hell yeah. I'm gonna slap that on for something. I like that. That's cute. Compliments gush from the ticket seller's mouth as the star at the center of the stage subtly turns her face away. If you think that's bad, try gonna see this.
Mr. Hamish.
Wait, what do you
Saying all
mean?
these wonderful things about me.
PS3 at launch was literally 1,000. Oh, you mean in terms of Currency, yes. PS3 at launch was literally 1,000 Australian dollars. That's so fucked, man. I guess imports plus conversion, but still, that's awful. It's her, it's Barcarola. It is Barcarola. Yeah, currency, I figured it out, right, yeah. You're much too kind, Mr. Hamish, saying all these wonderful things about me, but I'm only a cruise musician.
It's thanks to the collective efforts of the whole crew that the Free Breeze has been so successful. I just feel privileged to be a part of it.
In the US dollars also. No, it's been a long time, but I recall PS3 was like 600 bucks. Oops. 600 bucks when it released, which was still pretty pricey, right? But like not 1,000. I'm assuming it's a fictional instrument. It looks too cool. I think it is because I'm pretty sure her Arcanum helps her to play it. Like actually play all of it, you know? Like there's no way one person is using all this shit. It's thanks to the okay.
I know you want to stay humble, Miss Barcarola, but there's no reason to be so modest.
Modest.
Many of our guests come aboard just to hear you play, and I'm sure there will only be more in the future. So what's the harm with hyping the crowd up with a little round of applause?
Well, if it's for the ship,
Stand proud,
I
Barcarola.
suppose I can handle a little publicity.
Of course you can, and you deserve it too. By the way, do you know the guest over there? She's very, enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic? She follows the direction he's pointing to find a particularly lively duo among the crowd. A girl dressed in red and blue and a floating apple.
Been drumming up the crowd. Sold us a load more tickets. We've never sold out so quickly.
Wow. Maybe just playing hype, man. Yeah.
Listen up. I've got some exciting news to share.
Right, she's a DJ. This is like her bread and butter.
Could be your ticket to an incredible seafaring adventure. Just think about the cool breeze, the spruced up cruise ship, and the awesome music.
Like, she is literally in her element right now.
What more could you ask for? This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for a trip you'll never forget.
I feel like it's been such a long time since we've heard this particular track. Like, this is the Regulus track, goddamn.
Let's get buzzing! Throw your hands in the air and your coins out of your pockets and let your dreams come to life. Let's hear those coins jingle and fill your spirit soar!
Ooh. The cheering grows louder and louder.
Is she a local? Australians are known for their sunny disposition.
No one knows
Genuinely a marketing genius. It's like, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's like her entire job.
If only the captain weren't so picky with the new
The
recruits.
game opener track, yeah. Literally the very first track we hear when we start. No one knows her miss with you. She nods approvingly at the freely dancing figure and clutches her crackling box tighter to her chest.
I know what you mean. Her enthusiasm is infectious. Maybe her energy would wake up our stuffy new captain.
Is the new captain actually Miss Grace?
I'll never understand why the captain fired the old crew and hired a load of people who don't seem to have any clue about music. All they do is make
Oh, it
noise,
is Miss
and
Grace.
not the good kind
Oh
either.
fuck. She hired Manus to run the ship. Several startled gazes land on Barcarola. British US company hire.
We better keep it down, miss.
I
They'll hear
mean,
us.
that's giving US too much credit, man. I don't know what they're doing here. He turns, peeking in the direction of the ship before awkwardly retracting his neck.
We didn't hear any dissenting opinions about
This guy's
the
got
captain,
like a
did we?
big ass mouth.
No, of course not.
The crew members glance at each other awkwardly, coughing softly to urge the embarrassing moment to pass quickly. Yeah, okay, so for whatever reason, Grace now has a boat. Was that Anjo's VA? I don't think so. Maybe. Well, let us
No, of course not.
I don't think so. Sounds Irish. Guests come and go, and the melodies continue one after another. Eventually, the sail away party comes to an end.
Captain, if I may, perhaps it's time we made our way.
Well, you just
to
said
the
made me
blast.
laugh. I don't even remember what I said. my short-term memory is shot right now. If I may, perhaps it's time we made our way to Laplace.
Come on, Mr. Apple. The crowd's going crazy for us. Can't you see how close we are to winning that free ticket?
I suppose you're right, Captain. But the crew seems to be packing up for the day.
Oh, about Grace's, but yeah. She's got a boat now. Fuck.
Hey, what?
Hey, what? Regulus quickly intercepts the crew's team before they can make their way back on the ship.
Oh, can I help you? I'm afraid Miss Barcarola won't be signing any more albums today.
What about my free ticket? Wasn't I the most enthusiastic guest tonight?
Sorry, miss, but the most enthusiastic guess was really just a turn of phrase. We're nearly sold out tonight, and bookings are still coming in. I don't think we can spare a ticket for you. Come by next time, and we'll see what we can do.
You!
Oh no.
Easy, Captain. They never really explained what they meant by the most enthusiastic guest. We're in no position to argue.
Regulus glances around. The once bustling crowd has dwindled to just a few scattered passerby. Actually scammed. Clearly there is no one present to uphold justice for her.
What a bloody scam! I'm filing a complaint. Just you wait and see.
I will give them balls cancer. You know, I keep thinking this, but I feel like if Regulus was like 20 years older, she'd just be a Karen, you know?
Right at this moment, we won't hear a thing from the tourist office before we set sail.
Barcarola frowns and pulls the crewman aside.
I feel bad for her, Mr. Hamish. And just think how this will affect our reputation. With your consent, I'd like to offer this young lady a ticket and a stay in my cabin.
God damn, in her cabin too. For real. Pirate just got scammed, yeah.
I'll be more than happy to pay for her.
Damn, she wants her in a room, that's crazy.
You've done this so many times, Miss Barcarola. I'm afraid I have to turn you down. You know the new captain won't exactly be thrilled to have a freeloader on the ship.
You know, Grace never really struck me as the really strict type. That's crazy.
But
she's such a gremlin, yeah, actually, though. Regulus barges between the two, muttering colleagues.
So, how much longer do you need to think up an excuse?
Like, tell me this is not Karen behavior, come on.
Alright. In view of your outstanding enthusiasm,
I smell a ship and it's not on the water, actually. Paying liquid in a humanoid host would be better, yeah. Paying liquid in a humanoid.
There. Thanks for your support.
A stack of souvenirs is thrust into Regulus' arms. Dejected, she turns to leave. Barcarola pulls out a marker and cries out after her.
Wait!
I'm so sorry about all this, Senora. I hope this will compensate for it.
I'm assuming this actually matches her her signature on her profile.
Huh?
Yeah?
I hope we can see each other again.
Ulrich has see some. Yeah, because Ulrich is just ferrofluid.
What?
What? We continue. Free breeze. Please make sure she completes this document in person. Codename Regulus, time employed 11 months. It's only been 11 months? Holy, not even a year, huh? Failed. The Storm Research Group unregistered. Assessment results not available. Research on the influence of light and sound waves on emotion control on crowds. That sounds not great. Safety verification, same panel, lost generation equipment, communication equipment, exploration of the possibility of communication without numbers with the School of Heron. No accomplishments. Probationary experience. Assisted the timekeeper in investigating the storm, consistently on the front lines of responding to the storm, and have experienced 3 storms. These experiences provided invaluable data for Laplace's storm research. During this operation, her numerous contributions have brought inspiration to colleagues and interactions with the St. Paul Foundation and the School of Heron. She has displayed displayed negotiation skills, making her a mainstay member of the timekeepers. Someone is like actively just opping her right now. My God. They're trying to say she's done nothing for them. They're actually trying. Like, they're actually just saying, no, you haven't done shit. That's crazy. Alright, enough of the charade. The only thing in this document that she actually provided herself is this photo. I'll let her join the research group as a former researcher, but she will not receive any benefits until she personally fills out this form. With his pettiness, I know it's you, Mesmer Jr. Yeah, it's something like that, because this was unnecessary. That's crazy. Sounds like someone wrote a recommendation letter, but it's mostly lies, yeah. Regulus hasn't done shit. Anti-glazer. Just one of the many trivial obstacles to our great captain must overcome. Cryptography for beginners. Storm Research Group. HSR is in 15. Livestream is in 15 minutes. Wonder what trash will appear on my feed after. HSR should be Castorus and Iocene, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in a while. Apple hit him with an iceberg. Actually, though, the glass tank leans forward, the ferrofluid rippling around inside it. It's the cryptography lead. Did they name him this time? Like, will he actually have a name? The ferrofluid pauses at the information presented before it.
So, they gave you this flyer at the sail-away party?
Oh wow, they actually gave him a name. That's crazy.
Not just that one. There's a whole stack of them.
All right, Researcher Regulus. I think I've got everything down. Let's run through it again. Researcher Regulus suffered horrendous mistreatment during the pre-sale event of the Free Breeze, which has had a significant psychological impact on her. In order to recover from this traumatic event, she formally requests...
Oh, Anaxa, right. Yeah.
A 1-year advance on her salary and 15 days of leave. The funds are to be used solely to book passage on a cruise trip, with the goal of replacing her negative experience from the pre-sale event with a more positive one.
There's no way she thought this would actually work, right? There's not a chance in hell.
I'm telling the truth!
She did think it would work. That's crazy. The ferrofluid remains still for a long moment.
I can see that bottle of artificial tears in your hand, Regulus. Please put it away. There's no need for dramatics.
This is probably the worst person she could appeal to. This man is like... I'm not sure he feels emotions. Shit.
Thank you, Ulrich. I knew there was a soft spot underneath all that metal.
Not so fast,
Boy,
Regulus.
here, this
I
one.
never said
anything
I
to
agreed
not
to
do
your
work.
request.
No? Why? I'm a researcher just like anybody else, aren't I? Shouldn't Laplace be looking out for my well-being?
Regulus?
Oh, he's mad.
You've been working in Laplace for 11 months now, and you still haven't submitted your performance appraisal or published a single valid project result. In other words,
it's actually
you
just me for
haven't
real.
completed
Holy
your
shit.
probationary period, so you can't get the benefits of a full-time employee.
Dynamic is funny. Yeah. She does anything to not work, and he's just constantly hounding her. That's
And to
great.
top it all off, you didn't even show up to register at the first Storm Research Group meeting.
The result would be us not dying. In the face of such overwhelming evidence, there's no room for rebuttal. Their dynamic is funnily worse, yeah. Gotta pull your weight, Regulus, come on. Her protestations has grown noticeably weaker.
Please save me the excuses. There's still a chance for you to turn things around. You can take another assessment. We'll use the results to make up for the assessments you've missed.
Do you think if they fire her, they just throw her back into
and
the storm?
consequently, your employee benefits.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Easy there, Researcher Regulus.
Researcher
We're
doing
taking a
is
test,
doing like a
not
ton of
going
heavy
to war.
lifting. Ulrich turns and reaches into a bookshelf. Clearly he is prepared for such an outcome. Typical irrational number. into the Gorgon current with you. Document after document is pulled from the bookshelf and placed on the table, until Regulus can no longer see above them.
I thought you said it was just a test.
I did, and I meant it. This is just some light reading, for you to reference during the test. And this is the test. The numbers on this paper may appear random, but they're actually an encrypted code. Your task is to figure out what the message is.
They probably can't fire her since she knows too much.
You can
no,
use
literally
the
just
computer
throw her
to
back
help
into the storm, man.
And you might find
and
some
it won't
useful
matter
books
at
and
that point.
papers in the second drawer on your left. The instructions for the computer and a guide on how it works are all in there.
I feel like Regulus is going to crack this immediately, right? Because she's actually smart, even if she acts like an idiot.
Test. Best of luck, Researcher Regulus.
He exits, leaving Regulus to her mathematical prison. Need to say two things.
Better keep your word, Ulrich, or you'll be no different than those sailors.
Ulrich despises Enigma, and Ulrich isn't a man. They are unawakened. Also, Regulus is a former student of a very prestigious British accounting firm. I don't think Regulus went to school. Like, she mentions never gone to school. I'm pretty sure her alchemical stuff is, self-taught or something. I don't know. Good stream for everyone. I hope it appear on every night streams tomorrow. I might. Like, to complete the story, I might. But there is a video I'm working on that I would like to have out before the weekend ends, so we'll see. She can threaten Foundation by spilling the secrets about the storm, yeah. Yeah. But just throw her into the thing. Imagine being given a stack of books for a test. She's illiterate. She's pretty... No, she is smart, man. Like, she is actually intelligent. She's just a fucking idiot most of the time. She doesn't utilize it. But let me know. I say we put her, Ulrich, and Adler in a room and see what happens. Just lock them in there for like a day.
At least they didn't torture me with maths.
Oh, those sailors. I was thinking about it, apparently.
Lend me your strength, Brian May, Jim Morrison, Frank Zappa. Oh, God!
Oh, God. She solved the crypt puzzle in the cave, which is not normal. Exactly, like, she is actually smart. She just doesn't act it. Wait. How much time has passed for the lost concept of it, and those numbers dance with her eyes spinning and blurring together. It's like the reverse matrix. It's like she's descended into some kind of cursed land of numbers.
You're taking a test, not going to war.
Where's Mr. Apple here? After all, we still don't know what her little thing is. Yeah.
Has an impression on this.
Her little thing, I'm assuming, is the Philosopher's Stone.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational member.
Why 37? Where did that come from?
The puzzle unsolvable.
Yes,
Are you scared?
Captain!
Hey, Ron.
Follow me, Regulus.
Yeah, actually, why are we getting up here on the alliance?
Best of luck, Researcher Regulus.
Best of luck.
Where am I?
Oh no. In her days, she's brought back to her days in Aperon.
Why is this happening to me?
That's crazy.
Is this some kind of cruel joke from that Aperon lot?
They're dead, Regulus. You can't make fun of them like that. This realization seems to clear her mind for a moment. There's no escape from those mathematical demons.
Somebody! Anybody! Help me! Please!
No. Oh god. Someone help her. Apple has an impression on this and how we're cooked. Stay calm, don't be fooled by that walking fish tank. I wonder if they actually made this solvable. It'll be a little test from the end of your life. We get it now. I just need to add some lines to the border. All occurrence may remind me and follow the process rules. Who cares? It's Sudoku. Just fill in the numbers 1 through 9. Make sure they appear once in each row and column. Oh god damn it. I don't know how to play Sudoku, man. This 3x3 box already has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we put 9 in there. Oh, I see. Oh, and then the... Okay. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, so this one should be 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be 5, right? It should be 1. It should be 3. He called him a fish tank, actually, though. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Yeah, no, that works. 4, 5, 6. Oops, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My exact reaction to Sudoku. As somebody who actually plays Sudoku, this puzzle was so patronizing. YouTube XP lane. I mean, is this actually? I don't think this is actually Sudoku. It's just making sure that there's 1 through 9 in every fucking box. Like, it's already completed. Ads. Yeah, ads, man. Fucking ads. The YouTube ads shouldn't be that long, right? They're only like 5 seconds a piece, I thought. Good enough, make her play through Elden Ring. Oh god, please. The mathematical onslaught seems endless. Ulrich opens the door and takes Regulus's scribbled piece of notepaper. The ads are horrible to really shit.
Researcher Regulus.
Why? What? I didn't change anything.
But this doesn't add up. I gave
DLC included the Miyazaki and Ted. Oh, I've heard about that DLC, that it was just fucking terrible in terms of difficulty. I've never played it. Well, no, that's not true. I played Bloodborne. Never even completed Bloodborne.
What do you mean?
Regulus looks as though she's been struck by lightning.
Come on, get yourself together.
Come play Elden Ring. I cannot. I am so bad at those games, man. I've got multiple 2-part ads while playing. Really? What the fuck?
The 9th storm has passed.
I'll adjust. For next stream, I'll adjust frequency, I think. It's not like I make any money off this shit anyways. Please. The 9th storm has passed, but you're going to have plenty of time to brush up on your math. What? Ulrich tries over, picking up a piece of paper from the desk on his way.
Alright, let me explain. All you have to do is a basic decode and transcription of the result using the Laplace encryption key. See how the 4th from last digits have changed? There are no numbers greater than 24 within the 17th interval, and those in the 18th interval don't exceed 59.
Why the numbers, man?
If we make a bold assumption here...
Wasted effort.
These numbers have probably been coded using Laplace's nomenclature.
She completely missed the point. That's crazy.
Always placed between the 12th and 18th
Irrational
intervals.
indeed. Holy shit.
You'll see this a lot here. We use them for ships, satellites, manpower arrangements, and such.
Bro, I thought cryptography was Sudoku, actually. That's crazy. Brush up my math. What do you think math is when human raise every time they age? How did you read the last page from A2? Did you read the last page from A2? Oh, fuck, what was it? I did read it. I don't recall what it was. I'm trying to remember. Was it the Allura one? I don't know. I did read it. I just don't remember it.
Finally, we input the result into the
Cryptography lore. This will never become pertinent again, I hope.
Matches, and there. A set of photos taken from space.
Space? What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you telling me I spent the whole
Total
day doing this
deviation.
just to find a few
Complete.
photos?
She was completely off base. That's crazy.
These aren't just any photos, Researcher Regulus. Take a closer look. The first picture was taken on December 2nd, 1995, the day the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory was launched.
Ulrich continues to deliver a flurry of information.
The second picture was taken on June 25th,
Why are there faces?
1997, during a period of sunspot activity. The third one is from November 21st, 1998. It's an image of the first satellite ever deployed from a space station.
And the fourth is from December the 28th, 1999. Is that a rugby game?
Yes. Looks like it was the last one held in that stadium in Melbourne. The place is just a commercial district now.
Her eyes wander over the next photos, then she freezes.
Wait, this isn't right.
You're sure you're wrong. Oh, these are post-storm. What the fuck? 2001.
If you're suggesting what I think you are,
why the
these
faces?
photos are
2003. Uh-oh. Her eyes widen.
That's right. From the 5th photo onward, we can't pinpoint their exact time or location, but it seems they involve Halley's Comet, 136199 Eris in the Kuiper Belt, the Uluru Games, and a rock festival.
That's crazy. We actually have post 2005. Look at that. Let me guess, Manus is gonna nuke the ship like Morpong. Okay, well, Manus didn't have the capabilities to nuke Morpong. That was just the asteroid coming through. It was about John Titor for winning the gold medal in the 25 kilogram race and... Oh, that one. Yes. I remember that. Yeah. Yes. And I think it mentioned Tenet as well. Oh, no, you said Tenet. Yeah.
And there are more. Take a look at these timestamps. February 9th, 2001. October 21st, 2003. November 2005.
February, not September?
And the last one's from April.
How do they know it's post-99? Maybe it's included in the message. Maybe. I'm not even sure how they got... April 2007. What happened in April 2007? I was in 7th grade. Ulrich looks out to the endless blue of the sky outside.
This proves one thing. Before all our struggles to study and control the effects of the storm, this pioneer crossed the storm unscathed and sent us these images.
Someone got to the future, past the storm. That's... wow. The storm, that heavy topic. Once again, it rears its ugly head, mocking anyone who dares to make sense of its absurdity. Alien T said that his face is not affected by a storm. See, that bugs me, right? Because how does that even work? Realistically. Because if the storm only applies to the planet Earth, then doesn't that just mean we get knocked out of orbit eventually? Right? Or doesn't it mean the stars in the night sky don't align? How has no one noticed this shit? Like, the Earth is part of a system. You can't just reverse a single part of that system in time and not have it affect everything else, or get something completely thrown out of whack. You know what I mean? Oh god, it annoys me. Once again, it rears its ugly head, mocking anyone who dares to make sense of its absurdity. But... thankfully, there will always be someone who doesn't bend to its desires.
Why are you telling me all this? Did everyone else's assessments turn into some kind of top-secret briefing? All I wanted was an advance on my salary.
The ferrofluid gives a stifled pang.
Just for once, could you see the bigger picture here? We've been presented with an amazing opportunity. And all you can think about is your salary?
I mean, at this point, just give her more money. Just give her the money and maybe she'll pay attention, you know? Like, you gotta pick your battles, man. Cryptography for beginners. That wasn't exactly cryptography. Vent that to your boss, not an illiterate 1960s Londonian. Like, actually. Find something together here to help those in the highest positions reach informed conclusions. Initiate discussion. Topic of this brainstorming session is, how did this pioneer manage to cross a storm and continuously send information to the Earth's surface? The ferrofluid flows freely in his glass tank. Is it possible that this is just a prank? Like a cipher game created by one of us, accompanied by fake photos and data? An indifferent researcher shrugs. Then go and write a detailed report on who you think is pulling the prank. One every week until someone confesses it to being behind it. That's an abuse of power. The researcher who intended to remain silent slams the table. Alright, I have a thought. The storm rewinds people into disappearance, but some things that inherently exist no longer. But some things that inherently exist longer might not be completely reversed. Okay. This Pioneer could be some kind of man-made satellite that regularly sends data, and the storm rewinds it to an older version but doesn't affect its operation. We've already experienced time periods as far back as the beginning of World War I. No man-made satellite could even exist at that time. But God, it's aliens. Aliens are crossing the storm and sending us some signal. It's not surprising at all that they have a technology immune to the storm among their advanced space tech, right? A researcher with a fanciful imagination raises his hand. We don't have time to verify baseless hypotheses such as these. Man-made satellite theory might just be a reasonable hypothesis. Maybe the internal structure of a satellite just happens to form a knot-like structure. Many of the satellites launched by Laplace have adopted arcane techniques, theoretically capable of activating the immunity spell. The researcher, feigning seriousness, rests his chin on his hands. That's a good direction, but your reasoning is too idealistic. Let's proceed on the premise that there exists a satellite capable of gaining immunity to the storm and investigate further, regardless of the principle behind all this. Now everyone spread out and check every satellite in Laplace's history. If this hypothesis is confirmed, it could be another significant breakthrough in our storm research. I feel like... because I have seen the premise for 2.7, like the little note for it, and I feel like that aligns a little too well. They thought it was due to an arcane phenomena. I guess, yeah. I don't know. Maybe Alien T was wrong or he lying. When does Alien T mention it? Do you recall? Was it in his anecdote? I don't think he talks much about it. It's that sort of stuff in his anecdote, did he? Maybe the storm only affects our galaxy and the rest is not affected. I mean, even then the galaxy is part of a greater system as well, right? Like, no matter at what scale you go, if you reverse one thing, you're like setting it backwards in time a certain amount, then you're immediately going to interfere with other things in that ecosystem. Like how did we not just end up inside a star or something if we reverse to the wrong position? Alright, music of the era. At the Crater Music Festival, the crowd moves in rhythm to the chorus of Night of Revelry. What's this on the ground? Hey, look what I found. I'm still confused about Voyager 2 because she's also from space. Yeah. Voyager and Alien. Like, we know aliens exist at this point, right? Like, they have to know at this point.
The dust in here. What, are we inside some kind of vacuum cleaner?
In his anecdote, he was talking to a superior. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's just one of those things where I'm like, how does this work?
Is that why you always
logistically,
wear that
how does this
fish tank
work?
on your head?
Familiar with Regulus's quirks, our Ulrich opts for the most efficient form of communication. None.
What's got you so quiet? Pulling the strong and silent act now?
Here we are.
You can see stars far more than just our galaxy, yeah. Laplace launch site Cronula. What? The site has been utterly neglected. Dust and debris litter every corner of it.
Here? As in...
The Laplace launch site in Sydney. We've collaborated with the Foundation and the Space Agency for various projects here.
Thanks for the heads up. I almost thought we just barged into some rock star's house.
It will actually take another 2 years before this place becomes an official launch site.
Oh, yeah, right. We're basically living in the past.
I visited various launch sites to verify the photos. Guiana Space Center, Placid's Cosmodrome. Then, I found this place. Most of its archives were lost in the storm, but a small portion of the early records survived. I left them here with the rest of the files I compiled.
Papers scatter into the air as he rummages through the files.
Damn it! Where did they go?
Oh. The ferrofluid tremors in his tank.
Huh.
Oh.
So, does this mean we can all go home now?
Absolutely not. All right, new task. Stay put and don't touch anything. I need to find those files.
Fine.
Got up to chapter 12, been enjoying this event a lot. I mean, even just the premise of it I find very interesting, so I hope I enjoy it. Also, welcome in, Nora. As Ulrich makes his exit, Regulus scans the room, a glint growing behind her eyes.
Oh, amazing!
Amazing.
An old military base. Mysterious photos. This is going to be juicy. No chance Ulrich is stopping this rockin' pirate from going after treasure. I mean, very, very important files. The hunt is on. Let's start with what's on this table.
The clinking and clattering of rummaging fills the air like a string of cheerful musical notes.
La 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 da da da.
She's singing her own goddamn song. That's crazy. The only thing I can think of is that the storm also triggers another arcane phenomenon that maybe offsets the astronomical readings. So it doesn't sit right with me. Yeah. I think it's just one of those things we're meant to hand wave away. I don't know.
I almost forgot. Can't go treasure hunting without some music to rock out to.
Turning the knob, she powers up the amplifier.
Woohoo!
The world belongs to rock. The vibrations reach Ulrich, causing the ferrofluid to ripple. I like how they do this with the sound. Even the desk is trembling.
Damn it! I forgot to tell her to keep quiet.
No. Oh. Critters. The screech of a bird pierces through the pumping music.
What's happening? Is this an earthquake?
A few agile black shadows leap around the upper parts of the observation deck. The tremors free a note pinned to the wall and it flutters down to the ground. Regulus. The handwriting is all too familiar. Investigators report multiple tripodero attacks on humans have occurred in the area. They seem to regard this abandoned facility as their territory, attacking any intruders. Remember, keep your movements quiet, Ulrich.
Ah, crap. This is the note I wrote last time I was here.
Oh no. The ferrofluid ripples violently.
Regulus, turn off that speaker, now!
I don't think she can hear you, dog. Regulus is too immersed in her treasure seeking to hear him. The fact this event only lasts 4 weeks for the amount of lore it has, yeah. I feel like this should have been a main story event, I think. Considering it almost, like, perfectly leads on from Chapter 8. He got jump scared by his own warning. He's got no memory, man. What the hell? Squawk. I mean, it's not like he can die, right? He's fine. He's fine. A glob of dark green sludge shoots down from above. Ulrich darts aside, narrowly avoiding the attack. We will have a space theme event for... Yeah, I saw the announcement for that. I'm very... Honestly, I'm a bit worried about having Voyager in the main story, because that could really screw things up as far as cosmology goes. Like, where are the stakes when you know for a fact that you have a god essentially on your side? That's crazy.
For Flux's sake.
For Flux's sake, hell yeah. His story shorter than 2.3. Oh, okay. 2.3. Really? 2.3 was pretty short.
I knew I should have upgraded my memo module.
He looks to the observation deck. There is Regulus gleefully twisting to the music.
Calm down, Ulrich. You're a leader. It's part of your job to clean up after your team.
He looks over the priceless equipment around him and sighs before ducking through the emergency exit. Still better than Adler, right? Oh, this is an Alluru cutscene. Or CG, I mean. The Tripoderos follow in hot pursuit. I love the personalized F words, yeah. There's Feck for, what's-her-face? Willow. And then Flux. I kind of like Flux, that's kind of funny. Oh, they got that super rare Tripodero. Man, I wish they would give us these variants, like just more variants, honestly, because I've been farming out the mutants for the critter thing. We should just buy Regulus some headphones. He learns from Lucy. Yeah, exactly. Like, if they just caved to what Regulus is asking for, right? Just give her the shit, and she might actually behave. Like, at this point, why not? It's not like you can fuck it up anymore. You know what I mean?
Do you have any requests? Stars. Please. Listen to the melodies of wind and waves.
Man, Impromptu just looks fun. I don't know why it's not that great. Why people say it's not that great, I should say.
Do you have any requests? My next performance, bubbles bursting.
I like her, just her sound design. That's so fun. You gonna go for Aleph to complete the... Oh, you bet I'm going for Aleph to complete the Impromptu theme. Absolutely, man. Like, we have all the cute, like, musical girls, and then we have this guy who's just crashing out. It's great. Euphoria Void. Yeah, I Euphoria her immediately. Man, okay, I have gotten, like, 3 copies of Voyager because she won't leave me the goddamn hell alone when I try to pull for stuff, so I'm absolutely going to be Euphoriaing her, yeah. Ulrich sends a current through the electronic components around him, creating a cacophony of sounds that sends a tripod arrow scattering. I want her. Barcarola or Voyager?
Flux! Finally it's over.
Flux. Goddamn. Ulrich stuffs the last piece of damaged equipment to the recovery bin. You know, if we get more, like, variations on fuck, we could do a tier list on who has the best one. And they're just Sonetta who has your good old fuck. Then he climbs back through the window. He is visibly drained.
Relax. Don't overheat. You'll have to get used to this if you want to be a good leader.
Regulus bounces slightly into the room. We just need a TF or Ezra impromptu before. That'd be really cool, actually. I think I want Ezra more because Ezra has the... Well, one, I want him to be actually useful. And also, he already has Eureka on him, so might as well. Barracuda. It does kind of sound like the opening thing to Barracuda, doesn't it? I mean, not the opening thing, but like the bass line to Barracuda. The new F word just dropped, yeah. Flux. Lightly into the room. I need to keep track of them. Once we have enough, we'll do a tier list for it. Ulrich.
Look what I found!
She waves her treasure, a hefty stack of documents signed in bold by Ulrich himself.
Where's my round of applause?
On the poster of 2.79, we will get the Russian cast back. I wonder if the space race it's still a thing in the 99 timeline. I don't know why. I was gonna say I don't know why it wouldn't be, but then I kind of realized, yeah, there's probably good reason it wouldn't be. Maybe in the original timeline, before the storm.
If you're even half a leader, you'll fight your hardest to get a decent salary for such an outstanding employee as myself.
She shoots him a triumphant wink.
Sure.
Just one more thing. Scientist to scientist.
Can she even call herself a scientist, really? Like, she hasn't done anything. Regulus gestures towards the still sparking machines beside Ulrich.
You made some pretty cool electronic music in that battle. Didn't know you had it in you.
So she knew he was fighting, she just didn't even bother to stop the music or help him. That's great. Ulrich lets out a deep sigh, deciding to avoid any further arguments with his team member.
Here are all the files related to the satellite.
Lucy Anecdote has a moon landing. Did it? Wait. Oh, right. It was on the TV at the very, very end. Or at least they were supposed to watch it on the very end. Yeah.
Over, Regulus.
Except we know the moon landing was staged, so, like, obviously that's fake, right?
Do we have to go through all this right now? Why? Is there some even more juicy stuff in them?
For you, it might be.
For you?
The satellite carries a variety of arcane items. Space seeds, dragon tree resin compasses, obsidian crystals, WFPCs, astronomical spectrometers. Even its power source is an arcane record player. We've made a list of everything that was on it so we can test them against the artificial storm. The satellite is an archive of the wisdom of the entire human race. It somehow survived multiple storms.
I feel like that makes sense. No, you know what? Okay, so if this is an archive of the wisdom, as he says, the wisdom of the entire human race, it is basically a shrine, right? It is a shrine to humanity, which means it may have the qualifications for becoming a storm-safe site, right? Because we know storm-safe sites are typically places of great reverence or significance to people. Yeah, maybe the satellite itself became an A&R site.
What are you gonna do with it?
Sadly, a lack of maintenance caused it to plummet to the earth.
Fuck. Never mind, it's gone. Time about how Ulrich can fight. Playable Ulrich copium levels will rise. Yeah. Like, give us the man already. He's been in 2 events. Well, I guess a main story event.
It crashed in your time. 1966.
Regulus' sunglasses slide off her face, but she doesn't even notice. Did he fight or did he use surrounding? I think he used the surrounding thing too. He didn't, like, he caused them to make noise and it made the Tripodaros scatter. I don't think he actually hurt the Tripodaros. Physically, at least. He grabs a stack of documents. She grabs a stack of documents and flips to the last page. On 0223, we receive a message about 1987, something about space, and Regulus is mentioned that she saw something. Oh, okay, I'll have to check that one. Actually, I can do that right now. Hang on. Actually, no. After the story, no, I'll do it. Telescope officially crashed in 2007 in Aldeburgh, England. All onboard instruments were destroyed, recovery failed. Why is Apple? Regulus Space Telescope Project report as above.
The telescope project was named after a record that was on the satellite, which also happens to share.
Okay, sure, but why is there an Apple thing here?
Regulus.
It also has a lot of art, have a lot of item arcane, maybe also immune, I guess, until Regulus are. Yeah. Like there's a lot of arcanum on there as well. It could just be that. Regulus lore, Regulus, the satellite lore, or the record lore, I guess. Regulus holds her backpack tightly to her chest, its pockets full of treasures. She flips through a series of records, her hands trembling. Finally, she finds the treasure she's looking for, a record identical to the one depicted in the documents. It's from the 1966 Alberoe Crater Music Festival, an accident from the past. And her all-time favorite.
My little
It's actually just Apple.
It was the record on the satellite.
Oh. This is her little thing. This, a record. Why is it Apple? It's cool that this mystery for Regulus was introduced in the beginning. Yeah. Huh.
Yes, that's the one.
That's literally Apple. How is no one know exactly? What?
So, this is the key to braving the storm?
It might be, amongst several other options.
How?
I get it.
It's literally
That's why you wanted me on the storm research team.
Aww.
Not just that. I've read the Appear on Island reports. You demonstrated some serious talent with the series puzzle in that cave. And you've faced more storms than the majority of the LaPlante staff.
He's definitely just glazing her right now. There's no way.
We're not working together for a couple of research papers. This is about the survival of everything on Earth.
Yeah, I know. He does not believe this.
Get, including yours.
He's just glazing her up right now. Ain't no way. It's probably like Barbara talking sheep Apple. Nothing weird about that. It's not even that. It's just the fact that Apple himself is literally on the cover of a album and no one is like bothering to even mention it. I think is the weird part. Because I mean, he's a unique person. He's awakened Apple. Like, you would think that people would at least be like, "Hey, I know that guy." She read her first item because there's something weird about that too. It's the little pendant, right? That's what I assumed she was talking about with her little thing. And also what I assumed to be the Philosopher's Stone. Regulus falls into an uncharacteristic silence.
In fact, the Place even held a meeting with the Foundation to discuss borrowing your record. The Foundation suggested we apply for an item transfer order under the Artificial Storm Project and let the Timekeeper take over the matter.
Are we going to explain how we're going to make an artificial storm?
Some of my colleagues told me that, according to LSCC regulations, lending assets to the center is mandatory for all staff.
Oh no. The frequency of the ferrofluid's vibrations is chaotic, like some kind of unsolvable cipher.
But... Alright, let me be honest with you. I'm not comfortable with taking your record by force. It's yours after all. It's your choice what you do with it. So, here I am. Not as your leader, but as myself. Hoping we can find a solution that works for both of us.
She's gonna say no. She is going to say no.
Has anyone ever told you that you're terrible at negotiations?
Ah, damn it. I knew it wouldn't be easy.
Bro, just ask for your vacation now. This is your you have leverage. Ask for your vacation. And the pay raise. He angrily knocks his tank with his fist. He's so close to the record he's been searching for. Ulrich tries to glaze Regulus. It's not very effective. Yeah, actually, though. He completely fumbled. The ferrofluid ripples into a subtle arc.
Go ahead, Mr. Ulrich. Take it. Before I change my mind.
Negotiate. What are you doing? You have leverage. What are you doing? Oh my god. Regulus's expression has never been so serious.
You're willingly giving it over to the Artificial Storm Project?
They're both terrible at negotiation. This is awful. His carefully prepared arguments vanish in a moment.
For a cause even greater than rock music? Absolutely.
At least ask for overtime or something.
But just to be clear, I'm only lending it to Laplace. You have to give it back when you're done.
Charge them interest, man. Well, like, do something.
It's the only copy in the world and the future centerpiece of the Regulus Museum.
Thank you, Researcher Regulus. Thank you so much.
Maybe it worked just a little clearly. Oh, Regulus, you stupid child.
I was gearing up for a much tougher talk. I even applied for additional funding and a month's leave to offer you as leverage. Well, I suppose I won't have to use it after all.
Okay, don't tell her that. Regulus freezes. This is such a disaster. What? They're both so fucking bad at this, man. What? What the fuck? Please, someone be good at it. I wonder if Ulrich is a ferrofluid and the fish tanker's entire body is filled with ferrofluid. I imagine it's just the fish tank. I don't think that helmet opens up to the rest of the suit. I think the rest of the suit is just mechanism so he can walk around. Cause okay, if we ever get a thing, hang on, can I pull it up? Okay, a little bit of a tangent. Ulrich. What did I think was gonna happen if I searched up Ulrich? If it's... Let me see, give me a portrait of this man. Okay, let's push this to the front here. Okay, so if we look at his design, yeah? First of all, I'm pretty sure this is a closed sphere, because not only is there this metal thing, but there's also this yellow sphere here, which is definitely a closed system. But then you have these cathodes, or not cathodes, but like things that poke into it that go down into his body. I'm thinking since he is a magnetic, what do you call it? Fluid. The fact is he can kind of manipulate these with magnetic fields in order to operate the rest of his body, right? Otherwise, why are these even in here to begin with, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this bit here is just him. The rest of this is just mechanisms. It's all just robot shit so he can walk around. Yeah. Okay. Suitcase is in its usual harmony. Pull up restream again. Like father, like daughter. Not surprised one lives living with a Fairfield and another is a girl who never went to school. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they go together pretty well. I think we all agree both are perfect incompetence, and that is half the point. They're both so stupid. Jesus Christ. Its occupants go about their business, each busying themselves in their own little worlds.
Timekeeper! Sonetto, what's the rush? I just wanted to remind you that our vacation in Australia is over.
Oh, she's out of breath.
If you need any help packing, please let me know.
Sonetto wasn't in Chapter 8, was she? We haven't seen her for a while either, have we? Now that I think about it. You know that. She wipes the sweat from her forehead. Then she remembers something.
Oh, and I have something for you.
She hands her a colorful piece of paper. You're talking about cryptographer lead here. Okay, it doesn't matter if he's cryptographer lead. He can't negotiate for shit. Alright, he can do numbers perfectly fine, but when it comes to talking to people, he's terrible at it.
Huh? Regulus asked me to pass these out. She won them at a sail-away party.
And written down, but too busy acting evil in Wuwa. Oh, that's true. Wait, yeah, that's for Lova, fuck. Oh no. She's just crashing out because Burton wasn't there, man.
She said they're highly
And a
valuable,
renowned
the
pirate.
finest choice for any collection, if I recall correctly.
Looks like an ordinary flyer to me.
I've already inspected them. They're just advertisements with a handwritten signature in the
Advertisements.
corner. And
That's a weird
some
one.
completely over-the-top promises.
Advertisement.
Regulus told me it's a trick that advertisers use.
She
They
said
use
it properly
fancy
there.
words to catch people's eyes and make it seem more grand. Phrases like, an opulent odyssey upon the boundless sea, tour the illustrious Pacific coast, a veritable feast of harmonic reverie, rare and fortuitous seasonal discount, and facilities unimaginable in their splendor. What's this on the back? Nor happiness, nor harmony, nor fame.
Wait, isn't
Nor
it?
pride, nor
Oh,
strength,
no.
nor skill in arms
No,
or
isn't
part.
this... This is the song, man. This is where fucking Burton got blasted with the gas canister. Those familiar words hit like a title. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's do it. We're crashing out. It is time to crash the fuck out. Let's go. Yep.
Before a cruel whip,
Mm-hmm.
man who man would be must rule the empire of himself. In it, must be supreme, establishing his throne. On vanquished will, quelling the challenges of hopes and fears.
Getting the war
Being
flashbacks.
Alone.
Yeah. She recoils in shock. But Enigma is also wanted to mention that numbers are his only friends. I mean, yeah, I mean, have you seen the guy? Like, he doesn't do people very well, man. He recoils in shock. The fire falls to the ground.
Is everything alright, Timekeeper?
Surely she recognizes it. This is a poem she once knew intimately. One that had been held by countless young hands and flowed gently through equally young voices. In the tree hollow, in the square, in the outdoors.
Sinetto, change of plan. We need to contact the Foundation, now.
Oh, because the original song was given to them by the Manus. That's right. This is a taunt then, isn't it? Like, this is a calling card. Imagine if it was Grace who delivered that, that thing to begin with. Damn, this expense report is absolutely astronomical. Dragon tree resin compasses carved from the resin of dragon blood trees, serving as the activation stimulus for the Eastern Astrology arcane skill on telescopes, used for navigation in extreme environments. Procure dragon blood, the sap of the dragon tree, for remanufacturing. To ensure foolproof production, an external contract has been issued for collecting genuine dragon blood. How is this an event? Exactly, like, this is straight up just a story thing. Obsidian crystals. Utilizing obsidian crystals to produce solar panels was a proposal by some arcanists of that time. The ingenious application of Aztec arcane skills had significantly enhanced the efficiency of solar energy absorption. On-site collection at Popocatépetl volcano, along with lab-produced control samples. Wide field camera. The wide field planetary camera with the highest resolution at the time provided by Caltech, responsible for capturing image data. Send specialists to negotiate requesting camera and a design blueprint if possible, prices of no issue. Equip the various size spectrometers, integrating both spectral and photographic functions used for gathering spectral data. A labor-intensive task, retrieving all existing spectrometers designs from Laplace and commission expedited production from major corporations. Brightness and polarization functions can't be overlooked. Museum and spectrometers, space seeds. Seeds prepared for activation environment of certain arcane skills at that time. Each seed was meticulously selected, symbolically significant. Regulus record, the powerless source of the telescope. Charting complete mystery as the most enigmatic component of the apparatus. One has been identified. The entanglement of identical names brings inextricable fake into play, though encyclopedia is possibly. Huh. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think having Apple on the cover is a coincidence. Right? That record, Regulus, is probably actually just the original Regulus or something. There's probably some time fuckery going on there. I don't know. Regulus is definitely way more pertinent to the story than she seems. They should have interlude events which get added to reflections immediately, like this one. Yeah. This one in 2.0 and 2.1 should have just gone straight into recollections. Speaking of which, do we not get 1.6 as a recollection? Because I want to finish the wall set from the Wilderness. They sang the song during the ceremony and Sinetto was there. Yeah, Sinetto should recognize it. Practice and learn the song with them. Yeah, it's like she probably doesn't know it intimately, but surely she'll recognize some of the words. I wouldn't be surprised if dragons are extinct because their parts are used, yeah. I mean, not even just that, but also because they're a direct competitor to, you know, people. Like, they are a threat. And we can barely stand having arcanists around, what more for fucking dragons. The day we set sail, when all flows converge at sea. Let me grab my water real quick. I'm stumbling on my words. Okay. Alright. 1.6 rerun will be next patch. Oh. Why did they skip for 1.7? That's crazy. Isn't this dragon they're referring to? Yes, this particular dragon is a tree, but we also know they use dragon heart and dragon bone for stuff as well, because they've been mentioned before. This event gonna be long. I mean, we're 2 hours in and only on chapter 5. Yeah. But also, like, I kind of noticed that a lot of these events are pretty like front heavy, but once you start getting to like chapters past 15 or so, they start to really ramp up in speed. At least that was the case for 2.3. All right. Below they said it was a substitute for real blood. Oh, okay. Yeah, like dragons are definitely getting used for their shit, man. They're probably gone. Actually, no, they're probably not gone because we're still using their shit.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Like, we have
President.
to have it, get it from somewhere, source it from somewhere. They're probably either endangered or farmed, like factory farmed or something. Mr. President again? That's crazy. Admin office.
May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us, my friend.
Who is this dude? Constantine gives a slight nod as she peers into the shadows.
Xeno has been restored to its usual
Oh, I have
state.
this lamp.
Aside from
I have one of
Igor's
these, like
ardent
this exact
supporters,
design.
The rest of the Xeno soldiers and officers were unaware of his betrayal, just as we expected. Admiral Igor's funeral has been held as planned, one that befits his rank and status. All relevant personnel remained in South America for the ceremony, as per Xeno's funeral
Maybe the
regulations.
Apeiron is a dragon.
We're in the process of selecting
I'm still on the fence about Apeiron, honestly.
Candidate list shortly.
Like, it could have just been a fucking
Additionally,
fever
we've
dream for
dispatched an
37.
investigative team to Tierra del Fuego to search for Igor.
Because, I mean, like, that cave is based on the Cave of Delphi, right?
What about the girl?
And the whole thing about Delphi is that it wasn't God they were talking to, it was fucking toxic fumes.
The girl. Are you referring to Lopera?
Lopera. Shit,
Her
Lopera
emotions
mentioned.
have stabilized, so we've decided to leave her in South America for the moment.
Oh no.
Of course, she'll be put through the necessary investigations as circumstances dictate.
Keep a close eye on her. Oh, and that little singing bird?
I think we've seen yes, we saw her meet him in chapter 4, I think.
Xeno is quite upset
chapter
about
4.
her decision regarding Miss Kimberly. They're insisting she undergoes a more thorough investigation. I feared that if we gave too much pushback, they would take a more extreme stance in response. So I agreed.
Those soldiers never budge.
Of course, Xeno agreed that the investigation would be done under the supervision of the Foundation. If nothing else comes up, she will be put into the Timekeeper's team and granted the same rights as the other members.
Good. Don't keep Vertin waiting too long.
The Xeno piece is landed safely. Constantine gives an eternal sigh of relief. Hang on. See, the president keeps referring to her as Vertin, which, I mean, Constantine doesn't even do. She refers to her as Timekeeper. The president's being really fucking familiar. The Xeno piece has landed safely. Constantine gives an internal sigh of relief.
There's more. Madam Z has received word from the Timekeeper.
The more I see the president, the more I feel like he's actually Vertin. There's definitely some, like, acquaintance there, even if she's not aware of it. He's way too familiar with her. Mermaids were hunted to extinction and succubi are hunted. Mermaids, were they hunted to extinction? I think they just kind of interbred too much, didn't they? Maybe. Actually, no, you're right. They might have been hunted. I don't remember. It was a Utu note. I need to go back and read it. I just know that whatever's left in the mermaids is now diluted between, like, other species. Which means stuff out there. A mermaid have been, like, fucking things for generations. More support from the Timekeeper. Like, see, again, she's referring to her as Timekeeper. He's saying Vertin. Like, there is some familiarity there.
The Timekeeper suspects Manus Vindicte is active again in Sydney Harbor. They're likely on board a cruise ship named Freebreeze.
No, man, they own the ship.
This would explain why our field investigators have been having difficulties with their tasks. Manus has covered their tracks carefully this time.
Where's the cruise bound for?
That's still unclear, sir. However, Moth just reported in confirming that the ship has passed the Oceania Islands.
See, Moth knows. How is Moth supposed to know this shit? It's Grace, man.
An interesting development.
Indeed.
Like, Moth has to be on the ship then, right? It's Grace. Constantine Soames carries an imperceptible trace of pride.
Excellent progress.
Huh?
That's good.
Huh. They said no to their body parts are very good for various things, and they were hunted. Okay, so they were actually hunted to extinction, and any like descendants are no longer pureblood mermaids. Which, yeah.
Assign a new mission to Verdun.
You mean to send them on that cruise?
Yeah, we get that vacation after all.
Can't keep her under our wing forever.
Kind of crazy how we're like 5 in and we still haven't gotten on the ship yet.
Understood.
The conference room falls silent once more. Amid the layered marble pillars, a flash of white flits past the window.
What brings you all the way over here, old friend?
A white dove lands on the present hand next to his palm. White dove. He lowers his head, allowing the bird to nuzzle his fingertips.
Oh.
Okay, so the man talks to birds, sure. The white dove takes wing, flitting away once more.
So, Laplace has requested the Foundation's assistance with the Artificial Storm project?
Artificial Storm.
Yes. Ulrich is overseeing the project and has requested as much asymmetrical nuclide R as we can spare. He's also requested our help in determining the most suitable location for the experiment.
I'm still wondering how this experiment is supposed to work. The marble house is here, yeah. Constant involuntary pauses for a moment.
To Laplace's Australian branch is on the sea. Right where the Freebreeze cruise ship.
My mermaids, does it include Villa or Rusalka's? So how it works is mermaid is the original true mermaids are their own species. But upon breeding with other things, they create Rusalka. Anything above 50% mermaid lineage is considered a pure Rusalka, while anything less is considered a mixed blood Rusalka. I believe Vila falls under mixed blood Rusalka. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure she falls under mixed blood. The location closest to the on the sea, right where the Freebreeze cruise. Okay.
I see where you're going.
However, I do have concerns about how this might disrupt our current plans against Manus Vindictae.
Regardless, Laplace will have our full support for the Artificial Storm project.
Unexpected determination.
But Moth's status still remains unclear. If we proceed too hastily, we might jeopardize the situation.
Her fleeting hesitation catches the president's attention.
I thought you'd have foreseen something like this. A few pieces must be sacrificed if you're to win the game.
That's crazy. Like, Constantine is worried about sacrificing pieces? Really? Her? That's insane. That's mixed. She is mixed blood, but is Rusalka also mixed? Rusalka are mixed blood. Yes, just by default, by definition, they are mixed blood. Because pure-blooded mermaids don't exist anymore. Rusalka is a pure-blooded mermaid mixing with something. I'm assuming humans or arcanists.
You know that better than anyone, don't you?
Called out. Why is she having second thoughts now?
Is this also the Pax House's decision?
You have my word on it.
I see. I'll inform the Timekeeper and Ulrich of their missions.
Ulrich.
Thank you. I look forward to their meeting.
In Atlas, she's not mixed-blooded. Oh, really? Cause the Utu message,
Timekeeper.
I'm pretty sure she falls under that 50% thing because she has the characteristics of a half-blood mermaid, but I don't know how it works, honestly.
Pleasure's mine, Mr. Ulrich. I've heard good things about your work with Regulus.
Frankly, I was surprised by how selfless, passionate, and forward-looking she is. I'm truly grateful to have someone like
This
her
man
on
is
my
just
team.
lying through his non-existent teeth. That's crazy. The ferrofluid is remarkably stable. Clearly, this is a sincere statement. No, ain't no way.
The situation on the Free Breeze is still unclear. We don't know how many Manus Vindictae followers might be on board.
Maybe Constantine is close to whoever Moth is. That's what I'm thinking too. That does seem to be the implication. She does seem to have an inordinate amount of concern for her. Constantine is not evil, obviously. And saying that warning is coming from Constantine. Exactly. I feel like either she is close to Moth personally, or she considers Moth to be an incredibly important asset that she can't afford to lose, and risking her like this is kind of reckless. It could go. I mean, based on her characterization so far, I'm thinking it's the second one. I'm bored.
Our plan is to board the cruise as ordinary passengers. Regulus said she's made acquaintance with a crew member and has made sure to alter our profiles so we don't attract any unwanted attention.
That's good to hear. So Regulus didn't use her money for her own amusement after all.
After muttering to himself, Ulrich returns to the task at hand. This man has zero faith in her.
We should stagger our boarding times.
That's great.
I'll reach out if I spot any signs of Manus Vindictae.
I think because mermaids are no longer exist, the race is considered mermaids even though they're not. Yes, I that's my assumption as well. Like, they're the closest thing they have to a real mermaid, so they just take the title by default, even though technically they're still considered Rusalka, right?
Let's stay in touch. See you on board.
Also, I'm not sure what Samadiva is supposed to fall under. I'm assuming Pureblood Mermaid, or Rusalka rather.
Ulrich, we're more than happy to assist with your mission.
Pat on the shoulder.
Oh, no. Please don't trouble yourself.
Ulrich must be so happy to be talking to someone with, like, actual common sense.
Where the circumstances different. But the experiment is still confidential. Please don't mention it to anyone. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary risks or interference. On the cruise ship, we are but strangers.
I see.
Yes, mixed blood is different. Because mixed blood in Atlas, I think, implies a certain arcanist amount of lineage. Whereas mixed blood, as far as Rusalka are concerned, is just mermaid lineage. So you could be technically a mixed blood mermaid while still being considered a full-blooded arcanist, just because of how your ancestry goes. Also, it seems that it takes into account immediate parentage, because we have some arcanists who are above or below 50%. Below? Some of them don't meet the criteria, but based on who their parents are, they fall into one or the other. I don't remember the exact example I came up with. So Moth is a woman, I can remember when playing it. We don't know who Moth is, unless What's-Her-Face mentioned it. I don't think she does. We don't know who Moth is. Just that they have a mole. It's a theory that, yes, the theory is Miss Grace is Moth just because of all her motifs. But if she is Moth, that is a crazy... It's like, she's up there, man. Oh, that was the last time of the thing. Oh, all games was come to an end. Oh, this is immediately after. Okay. I'll miss you, Spathadia, Ezra, Miss Desert Final, and all of Australia too. But most of all, I'll miss my holidays. Miss you heaps. Come on over for a proper goodbye, hug, friends. You couldn't ask for better mates. Alright, easy, love. Hands off the air. I still got to head out until the last copies of Lures Pass unveiled and snagging tickets for them. Was Regulus in 1.5? I don't remember her in 1.5. Was she in 1.5? Please take care, Captain. As Apple hopes the issues in the opto. Oh no, she was. She got drunk on the field. I remember. We don't get any return. All funding chief mate, so it looks like we have no choice but to say our farewells. Nothing to get too sentimental. You'll all be reunited soon enough. There are joints on our own. That's good to know. All you need to do is download a form from the Voice of Laplace part of the forum and hand it over to your team lead. After it's approved, HR will put you in the queue before. I want to my beer version. Okay, say, but I think it's better we part ways now. If you stand here chugging for too long, we might end up drawing a crowd. The moth could be a literal moth for all I know. I mean, to a degree, they do employ moths as spy devices given by phototaxis. But I'm still thinking it's actually a person as well. Sweetheart's another example. One of her parents is a succubus and she's not mixed blood, yeah. Like, it's some weird blood shit, man. Regulus won first place in rock pirate impersonation contest. How's that nuts? I mean, she's actually a rock pirate. What do you mean impersonation? Oh, what? Hello. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't allow this lady to board the ship. Why not? All our guests have paid for their ship trip in full, and their profession the reason I'm not everyone's profession meets the regulations. Let's take a look at Miss Regulus' self at the home. No. An alchemist scholar from the renowned research. This is supposed to be a fucking secret. A true heir to the spirit of rock, and a pirate who once dominated all the radio frequencies along the River Thames. You might not know this, but back in the 60s there was a pirate rocker who went by the very same name. She broadcasts legally on the Thames, took pleasure in antagonizing legal broadcasters and lower labels, and was eventually shut down by the government. Although the UK government's warrant against this pirate has been lifted, if this is the same person, inviting her aboard could affect the good reputation of the Free Breeze. I've met Miss Regulus myself. She's no way she's the same British far too young to live through the 60s. She could be a copycat. What if she mimics her idol's outrageous actions on the high seas? She wouldn't do such a thing. I'm surprised you'd be so quick to defend her. Don't you know that those pirate rockers make a mockery of true musicians like you? Why are you standing up for her? She's not mocking anyone. I'm not sure why she chose that name, but that's no reason to judge her so prematurely. If you're still worried, Captain, I promise I'll keep an eye on her. I'll make sure she doesn't get up to any mischief in the broadcast room. If she does anything that harms the good name of the breeze, then you may throw me overboard along with her in my crackling box. Quite the fire from our star performer. Fine, if you're really willing to put that much trust in her, I won't press any further. There's no need to worry about the broadcast room. I'm sure it'll be just fine. It is Regulus. This is supposed to be a secret mission. What the hell? They were given alternate identities. Done driving now. Was listening though. Okay, yeah. Glad you had a safe drive, Frank. As home fades. On the other side of the sea, there lies peace and boundless hope. I mean, we don't really know much about Grace. I still don't buy the theory, but depending on what she'll do in this event. See, the thing is, I don't know if what she does in this event is going to sway me either way. Because even if she does something god-awful, right, that could just be foundation shit. They're perfectly fine doing terrible things, as long as it serves the greater good, so... Like, unless she straight up causes another storm to occur, I don't think we're gonna know one way or another. As home fades. The main hall is packed with passengers. Their wine sways slightly, emitting an enchanting luster in the beautiful, familiar melody. Girls weave their way through the excited crowd like a school of nimble fish. The passengers nod politely to the girl at the front.
Miss Barcarola, at last you've graced us with your presence.
Presence?
Henry and I were just having a little wager on whether we'd see our musical star outside the spotlight. Looks like he'll be buying me the next round of whiskey, eh?
Well bet, signore. Allow me to pour you the first glass. How do you like your whiskey? On the rocks, perhaps?
Indeed. Thank you, my dear.
Henry. Who?
Over here, Mom! It's Miss Barcarola!
Heinrich. Oh, yeah. It's just Heinrich. It's always Heinrich. It's Miss
Last
Barcarola.
time I saw her, she performed an entire symphony all by herself. She was the whole orchestra. I've never seen anything like it.
Like it.
It's good to see you again, my little friend.
The woman beside her turns around and lovingly pats the boy on the head.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure. I've heard so much about you. My child hasn't stopped talking about you since you spoke to him about the didgeridoo at Sydney Harbour.
Yeah, Mama. Why, what she'll do? I mean, will she have a madness fight? Oh, you mean if she acts like, fucking Santos or something?
He was so excited by it that he begged us to bring one on board.
How lovely! The didgeridoo truly is an enchanting instrument. It's so resonant, don't you think? It almost feels like it's echoing from the depths of the earth itself. I've actually been experimenting with playing it alongside my crackling box.
Don't you have enough?
It's a wonderful
Look
match
at this thing.
with the tin whistle
It doesn't
and
need
kalimba,
more.
and I'm sure a number of other instruments too.
As she speaks, Barcarola's eyes sparkle with enthusiasm. The admiration surrounding her is so bright that it almost blinds a tourist standing nearby. Luckily, she's wearing sunglasses.
Looks like she's pretty popular too.
Two?
Have you forgotten, Sonetto? You're also looking at a popular public figure yourself. One that had half of London hunting. Cheering for her.
Oh, Sonetto's here too. Okay. Didgeridoo? No, didgeridoo. I mean, didgeridoo is the original, right? I don't think didgeridoo actually exists.
The
IRL,
bittersweet
I mean.
burden of fame.
Their attention is quickly turned to a quiet corner of the ship. There's a group of people dressed in brightly colored clothes, crowns made of leaves and flowers adorn their heads, and their bronze... Oh, it's the tribe. Their bronze skin is glowing under the warm lights. They stand in a circle, occasionally glancing around, the shells on their chests clinking together melodiously.
That group over there seems unusually uptight.
Having absorbed all the adoration of the people around her, Barcarola makes her way over. She certainly wouldn't overlook the curiosity of any of her guests.
Oh, those are the captain's special guests. They're from one of the Oceania archipelagos. Nukuteao, I believe.
Nukuteao.
They're probably just a bit nervous. I imagine they don't often find themselves among so many foreigners.
After handling the small matter at hand, Barcarola is hurriedly called away by the distant voices of other guests.
Nukuteao.
Nukuteao.
I read about it in a history of arcane ethnicity back in the SPDM.
Of course you did.
It's a remote place, and its people hold a special kind of shell at the center of their beliefs. They've rarely made contact with the outside world.
Shell. Barcarola holding a giant didgeridoo in her mouth while also holding the other instruments is a funny mental image. Yeah, the inventor in Shitty Chitty Bang Bang would say that an instrument is exactly like it's way too much. Leave some for the others.
It's often been described as a peaceful paradise. I also read that the Nukutai almost never leave their homeland. Why are they here?
Their homeland got nuked, bro. Their hushed conversation clearly meets the ears of the nearby Nukutai. One young boy strides forward, his chest puffed up in indignation.
The Nukutai will never abandon our homeland.
I like how we read the flipping and then she mentioned, yeah, the page, yeah. The clipping, yeah.
Just wait. We'll find our way back when the new era comes.
Oh, we shouldn't have said that, buddy.
The new era.
Though in a foreign accent, these words sound all too familiar. Why do they know English?
Toa, that's enough. Tutu told us not to talk with outsiders.
An equally young girl stands protectively in front of the boy. Her hair is dyed. Why?
But someone had to tell them the truth.
I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I was just curious.
Well, next time, keep your mouth shut. What could you possibly know about the Nukutai?
The boy looks about ready to explode. Noticing the outburst, Barcarola breaks away from the other guests and hurries over.
Please, everyone, no fighting. I'm Barcarola, the musical director. Is there anything I can help you with? I'll do all I can to ensure everyone has a pleasant experience.
They know. How are they freely communicating? I'm assuming it's just some arcanum shit. Or they just know English for some reason. Before she can reach them, a crisp collision of shells stops Barcarola in her tracks. What Gutian does when you first... Yeah, his Arcanum.
What's going on? What do you want?
Hi. Hello. Her voice holds no restraint in its hostility.
Tutu.
But Tutu has some bite to her, doesn't she?
These outsiders can be dangerous.
She really is. Wow. I was not expecting this personality, I'll be honest with you.
Have you
It's kind of cool.
heard of me before?
But Tutu looks Barcarola over, eyeing the peculiar wooden contraption by her side. Pandora Wilson in 1.602 said that there are translation potions. Oh, yeah, okay. Suppressing her curiosity about this unique object, she steadies her gaze once more.
Whoever you are, I ask that you leave us in peace.
Leave us in peace.
You...
She's mad hostily, actually, though. It's a synthesis beacon from HSR. What? What is a synthesis beacon? I mean, synthesia. Is that Panacone? I still haven't played Panacone, man. I'm so behind. Oops. Status is musical such remarks. Ignoring the now flushed girl before her, Fatutu and the other Nugatai retreat back to their corner. Damn, she hit her with the I don't even know you. They trade with ships, so they probably are taught English to trade with them. Oh, that's true. It depends on like how often they trade, though, right?
Tutu, think the tides you came. I wasn't sure what to do.
So are we going to take Miss Grace's offer or not? She promised it would bring our islands back.
I quit HSR. You know, fair. Honestly, fair. There's so much I have to do before I get to Amphorius, man. It's so much. Toa casts a fierce glare at Tutu.
Enough, Toa. These outsiders don't need to know why we're here. And stop mentioning Miss Grace. Could draw unwanted attention.
It kind of makes sense, though, right? Because she is... well, I guess her brother made it through, but she's supposed to be the next in charge if shit hits the fan. So I guess she kind of has to have that backbone.
But what's there to hide? There's no shame in wanting our home back.
It's HR's lore. The genius created the beacon so that people across the universe can communicate. Oh, okay. I don't know HSR lore. I barely know HSR lore.
If we don't stand with Miss Grace, we'll lose Nukuteao forever.
Nukuteao.
I want to go home too. Probably more than anyone. I already miss Melly's red coral reefs, blue sea, and canoe races. We'll get through this, Toa. I promise we'll be neighbors again. Picking breadfruit and coconut flowers together. But before we accept Miss Grace's offer, there's a few things that need to be made clear.
She's got plenty of backbone, clearly, yeah.
And remember, none of these passengers are to blame for what happened to our home. Okay?
She's the one saying this. She came out swinging, man.
But Miss Grace has offered us a way home. We'll have our islands back, just as they were. Our promised land.
And the deal is to join Madness so they can cross the storm back to when their island wasn't shit. Yeah.
We will go home, Sloane. Trust me. I just need to figure out
Like Promised Land.
things
Heinrich
first.
said the same fucking thing, man.
Starting with this wonderful new era she keeps talking about.
You seem a little on edge, Chief Kamuda.
Okay, so he's still alive. Kamuda's pacing back and forth in the cabin.
Miss Grace, how much longer do we have to wait for this new era to come?
The lore is the only thing I like about HSR. I honestly think is the best Glard of any captures. I just wasn't able to get into... I can't get into like Hoyo game lore at all, honestly. It's just so, like, what's the word? Dispersed. It's just never condensed enough for me to be like, okay, I want to look this up and figure it out, honestly. I'm not making a big deal out of it, but their accent tugs. Honestly, I mean, yeah, they just have generic white dude accent. Which, I don't know, they probably could have done something there, but I'm guessing sourcing a voice actor for like a tribe in the middle of nowhere probably would have been difficult. She is their chief leader. Really? Wait, does that imply this dude fucking dies? I mean, I assume he does, but is that confirmation? How much longer do we have to wait for this new era to come?
Many of our people have never left Nukuteao before. We're struggling to adjust. Some have even fallen sick. We can't stay adrift on the sea like this much longer. Our spirits are low. The shells of some of my people have begun to crack.
He lowers his head to the faintly glowing shells in his palm. They radiate warmth.
Not everyone is strong enough to endure this journey.
I'm not far into the story, but I'm feeling this will be final bits. So yeah.
Miss Grace, you
This
have
dude
to
is
help
dying.
us.
Ain't no way, man.
While it pains me to hear this, the journey must go on. You have nowhere to return to after all. We still have some space below deck. We can use it to store your people's bodies should they die.
That's one way to put it. Her gaze remains fixed on the crystalline shells in Kamuta's hand.
That's not exactly what we're asking
He'll
for.
be fine about. Yeah, I have a feeling as well.
Please show us another
I don't
way.
think Grace is
Help
like
us
swinging at
like
us.
you did when you foresaw the destruction of Melly. I beg
You
of
have
you.
a point about getting the right voice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, but surely they could have done a little bit better than just generic white man voice. Grace tilts her head, a glimmer of intrigue on her face as she observes the pained expression on Kamuta's face. That's cold. That's actually frigid cold. Yeah, if your dudes die, just store them under deck. It's fine. PhD to study the Hoyo lore. There's just so much of it, and it's like spread out among like a whole lot of different things. I cannot be bothered.
I've already shown you a way, haven't I?
Dude's jaundiced. He's got yellow eyes. A sudden pressure swells in his chest as a sticky black liquid suddenly drips onto his skin.
You mean joining the Manus? But the Nukutai haven't had a conflict with anyone for centuries. That's why we hid ourselves away from the world. Difficult
Watch lore
to
videos
persuade
for
my
Ho,
people
yeah,
to do
honestly.
this.
Like, I tried
All
to
we
do
want
Zenless
is for our people to return
lore,
to
and I
familiar
just, like, I did one
to
video
feel
on
our
it, and after that
spirits
I'm
at
like,
home.
wow, there's way too much shit here.
But Melly is already gone.
Melly is already gone, yeah. Yeah, the goal here is to cross the
But that
storm.
doesn't mean we should take revenge on the outside world. It was an act of the sea itself. It would be unjust to blame anyone for it.
Until you find out it was probably the humans first,
What
however
about the
they did
torpedo
it.
test sites designated over Malaga and Vaipuna? Aren't there people who should answer for that?
It was probably just a mistake. The area they chose was far from the main islands of Nukuteao, and hardly anyone fishes there. They may not have realized that my people lived there.
He's actually reasonable. That's crazy.
And the oil spill?
Imagine them in
The
Manus Drip,
wastewater
though.
discharge?
I mean, anyone in Manus Drip just
Were all
looks
those
good, man.
fish killed by pollution also just an act of the sea?
Please, we're not looking for conflict.
Of course you're not.
I was an invested
After
HSR
all,
player,
they've
but then
only
Penacony got so
stolen
boring and
everything
long
you've
that
ever held dear.
I mean, okay, so I was watching Autumn's stream on it, his run through Penacony, and legit that shit took like 20 hours. I could not. After that, I'm like, okay, this is good enough. I don't need to play it myself. So if I do it, I'm just skipping through the shit. But they don't have a skip button, so what am I supposed to do? Goddamn. They've only stolen everything we've ever had, dear. You've ever held dear. Route 2 mentioned. Oh no. Reasonable authority figure, this guy isn't long for this world. Yeah. If you're not like some terrible zealot, you're gonna die, man. And if you are a terrible zealot, you're still gonna die. Her voice drops abruptly, her next words delivered with the lightness of a feather.
And arrogantly assumed every inch of this planet is theirs to exploit.
Spam F. F's in chat. Come on, let's see it. This man's
War is inevitable,
pre-death
whether
respects.
you want it or not, Nukutai.
There's the mask. She gently pushes the mask forward. Its dark presence is unavoidable.
But if you join us, you will have an invaluable ally. Time.
Grace glances at her pocket watch before slipping it lightly into her pocket.
The window is closing. The sifting is about to begin.
For me, reverse lore is easy to understand. 90% is reading all the text in the game and 10% putting it together in a little breeze. Yeah, exactly. That, yeah. And like knowing the references and like what they're kind of taking inspiration from, because that could also inform certain aspects. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward, very simple. Both a prompt and a prophecy. The spirit shells around Komoto's neck burn. They cling to his chest as they twist with ferocity.
Has it really come to this? To revenge?
His eyes flash up to the jagged mask on the table. Dark tendrils extend from it, groping at the air in a silent invitation. Spirit shells are almost scorching.
Oh no. It's quite
There's
the
salvation
opposite.
again.
It's salvation.
Okay. Maybe she might be Manus. Maybe she isn't a mole. Yeah. R9 makes me interested in the reference and history unlike other games. Yeah, because it actually like pulls inspiration from things and actually utilizes it to a very, very extensive degree. Music or light? Grace is ruthless, yeah. She's actively recruiting for Manus, like very hard recruiting for Manus. Okay, I just completely blanked out there, Jesus. Okay, which would you choose to fill your home with? Music or lights? Why not both? I like when the lore is complicated and abundant because then everyone can have their own unique theory. Like, I literally feels like a real scholar studying though. Yeah. My main issue with Oyo games is that their lore is typically spread around like a million different little notes and books and what have you in game, and I just cannot be bothered to figure all that shit out. It's very nice to have a game with actual inspirations instead of just regurgitating the same anime tropes you've seen before. Yeah, honestly, I don't even mind the tropes so much, just they're never... It's all about execution, right? But a lot of the execution is just like, oh, we're just gonna reuse this shit. Damn. That's the only thing I don't like about Limbus. It's a lot of tropes, even if done well. Oh god, I need to get back to Limbus. I'm so behind on Limbus, man. Like, the story intrigues me, it's just the gameplay kills me. Alright, the main hall is packed with people, yet there is no music to be heard. A peculiar scene, indeed. Fortunately, the guests don't seem to mind. There is no stage in the world that offers a performance like this one.
Signora Regulus, as I'm sure you understand, there's a great deal of effort involved in creating a concerto. From the initial spark of inspiration, to the careful arrangement of the music, to the skill required to play it.
Regulus wants to play.
The fact that any concerto has ever been performed at all is nothing short of a miracle.
Rockorolo's tone is solemn, like a steadily intensifying march.
As musical director, it is my duty to select the perfect repertoire to bring delight to every listener.
And that doesn't include
the
you.
esteemed passengers of the Free Breeze can enjoy their dessert and wine with the finest musical accompaniment.
Oh, you can't be serious. Where's the fun in just sitting there and listening?
Torn between listening to you play with no visuals or just playing on my phone now that I can. Up to you, man.
I promise you, this lot have had more than enough lazy jazz and swooning piano to last a lifetime.
Okay, now she's just insulting
We
her
need
music.
to shake things up. Make this voyage the greatest of the century.
Greatest.
How about some 60s rock? And wouldn't you know it, This visionary former captain has a record player right here with her.
She holds a stack of records high in the air.
All right, people, let me hear you cheer. Music is freedom. It should stir the soul anytime, anywhere.
Oh, she's gonna get her taste blasted.
I'm the musicista here, not you!
I bet she's really regretting letting Regulus on. Barcarola's cheeks flush red. The audience claps, amused by the antics on stage. A small flower-adorned girl sits discreetly among them.
Outsiders seem so full of life. They're nothing like what Miss Grace described. Full of hatred and hostility.
But Tutu remains alert, her eyes fixed on the stage.
This is my performance. If you really must share your music with us, then perhaps you should go to the captain and apply to be a cruise musician like me.
With all due respect, Miss Barcarola, the point I'm trying to make is that only a DJ knows what the crowd really wants.
The pirate is beefing with the barracuda. Before Barcarola can protest anymore, the cunning little lion presses the play button on the record player. Oh. She shorted everything. In a moment, all the lights on the ship have gone out. Regulus had no idea her record player could produce such effects. Uh-oh. What have you done, Regulus?
Huh? Did I just shoot lightning bolts from my fingertips?
What is happening?
Of course not.
It's getting personal now, actually. Barcarola finally manages to wrest the microphone from Regulus's hand, but a far more pressing issue than the content of the concert now faces him. Amid the darkness, discontent quite quickly arises.
Damned! Who's stepping on my brand new leather shoes? Will you please watch yourself?
I was just about to say the same thing. Just let go of my jacket, moron!
Could you all keep it down? I'm going deaf here. Oh no, my wine! And the cheese platter!
The clamor of irritated voices quickly fills the space.
This could turn to total chaos before long. No, I can't let that happen. I must go check on the master switch.
Barcarola pushes through the crowd as she carves a path to the power room.
Hey! Miss Barcarola!
Please let me through, Signora Elizabeth.
Unfortunately, the guests can't tell a musician from a mechanic through the darkness.
Barcarola, where are you going?
Are we having a Titanic moment? Not quite. The ship's not sinking yet. I'm sure we'll get there, but it's not sinking yet. Oh, we're just fighting passengers now. I love it.
May the flow take their souls to the sea in the north.
I need to actually read Barcarola's kit. Holy fuck.
Saxophones and a bandura. Please enjoy.
Goodbye.
My next performance, bubbles bursting.
Alaperna and I just recently finished both Ulrich's and Barcarola's character story. I didn't even know Ulrich had a character story. Oh, it's the okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I just started the event. I'm like, what, we're 7 chapters in or something? I haven't checked out their story yet. Probably won't check it until...
Do you have any requests?
God knows when. I see you pull for... Yeah, I got her too. I have to go a little bit deep on it, but...
Listen to the melody.
Not the worst. Honestly, it could have been worse. I was on my 50... I won the 50-50, so I'll take that, you know? Impromptu seems so fun. I don't know why people are saying it's no good. That's cute. I like that.
Come on! There aren't as many of them this way.
Not many of them this way.
Unbelievable. It's like you're an escape artist or something.
I'll, take that as a compliment.
Where's Apple?
It is a compliment. Thank you
Why
so
haven't we
much,
seen
Signora
Apple?
Regulus.
And now a path appears, and Barcarola unceremoniously pushes forward with all her might. But it seems the surprises for today are far from coming to an end. I cannot read. Can't wait for Aleph, yeah. It's just expensive to build impromptu. I mean, I'm already in there. I already got
was that?
Voyager, and I just need Matilda's Euphoria, but I already have the Euphoria actually leveled. I just haven't unlocked it yet. You can't play Albrecht until you finish the story. Oh, I see. When Ezra first appeared, it gave me a shock. Yeah, like in the main story, yeah. I wasn't expecting to see the Uluru cast again. Not in this event, at least. I miss it. What was that? Personally, I find impromptu boring because it just seems to be damaged, not much flexibility, besides Voyager's silence blocking all. It's that, but I like the idea that the cards themselves are like value engines, as opposed to just having them do their thing, right? Like, you want to pick big numbers to give the most impromptu ticks, and that means you can load up on garbage cards as long as they get the good numbers on them. A piece of rough bark twists into the shape of a lampshade with a compass-like root burning warmly inside shines through the darkness.
Tutu, are you okay? I'm fine. How's the Sea Mother's eye?
Solid as ever, of course. It takes more than a
Don't
few
have Voyager,
knocks to damage
sadly.
new
Voyager,
attack
I would
craftsmanship.
give you one of mine if I could. I got 3 of them.
Getting too close to those oafs would bring trouble.
And Toa does not like us.
Are you calling me stupid?
I usually pull for meta in reverse, but impromptu seems really fun. It does. I mean, that's why I pulled for it. Also, I just need more teams than just follow up. Before the situation can escalate any further, Barcarola picks up the oddly shaped lamp. She's quickly basked in its glow.
What's this?
Bro, don't touch their shit.
What did I say? Of course you have no idea what this is.
Oh, I was expecting him to
We
flip
form
out.
palm bark into lampshades about the size of a coconut, then tie fat soaked compass grass inside. We call it Sea Mother's Eye. Every Nukatai knows how to make one.
Invest in flashlights.
They're way better than those noisy, buzzing light bulbs. Wait, why are we even telling her this?
Or you can say another word. Tutu hastily pulls Toa aside. Toa's pretty gutsy for a player who isn't actually character who isn't actually playable. Yeah, like he is really putting himself out there. Elfin Reveries mode, anyways. Okay, that's good to know. Doesn't realize he's just an NPC. See, that's the most dangerous one, right? Because they usually wind up getting themselves killed. I think I'll splurge and watch you play, and then I'll skip through. That's one way to do it.
We need to lower their guard.
Huh?
Toa eyes Fatutu suspiciously.
So that we can earn their trust. If we don't understand our enemies, how can we help Miss Grace with her mission and rebuild our home?
Oh.
At least he has eyes.
Besides,
Yeah,
we
they
can't
gave
just
all
leave
the
them to
NPCs
shout and
eyes,
run
or at least
around.
all the prominent
It'll
NPCs
disturb
eyes
our
this time.
people's rest.
That's crazy. Toa finally breathes a sigh of relief.
Trust me, that girl will thank us for this later. And then we can get all the information we need from her.
That's what I did. Skip the entire story
Then
yesterday
we
while
should
grinding
make
out
more
most of the
Sea
events.
Mother's
Chop
eyes
away all
and
the
hand
free
them out to the
candies. Yeah.
outsiders.
I'll probably just farm whatever our first farming node is. I don't think it matters, right? There's no difference in like ratio of energy spent to points gained, right? I assume. Plus, I still need to farm for Barcarola anyways. And out to outsiders. Toa acting like that one dude in Jay's, but that guy didn't die. Oleg was the one who died, right? So maybe Jay gets through this, and the other one dies instead, the girl. That's what I did. Skip the entire story. Oh, okay, I read that already. I think is there? Fuck, that's annoying.
By the way,
Sloan, yeah, this one's dying
you
then.
really are clever. No wonder the elders always listen to you.
He just lost his homeland. Actually, that is fair. Like, the dude's going through it, and we're just here fucking around. Despite this praise, Fatuza turns away, a quiet look of doubt on her face.
Is this really the right thing to do?
Probably not, man. Regardless, the sound of bark scraping grows as our people get to work. Did they just bring a bunch of wood onto the boat? One by one, the Sea Mother's eyes light up. Not this soundtrack again, man. Bad things always happen. They are passed through in rough and soft hands alike, illuminating bronze skin, flax-colored irises, and chestnut hair. As the warm lights make their way through the crowd, the clamor subsides. No more panic shouts, no more arguments, only a unique harmony.
What peculiar little things. Reminds me of my days on the fishing boat. I always loved spotting the lighthouse on our way back. These look just like it.
The craftsmanship is remarkable. You'd be hard-pressed to find something of this standard in a factory these days.
I like this one. This CG is really nice.
I used to make when I was little. She could even
The
carve
way
a
these
whistle out of
NPCs
a
smile
parsnip.
freaks me the hell out, man. That's some uncanny
They're
valley
sharing
shit.
food and stories, just like we do on bonfire nights.
This OST has been used for one bad scene. They always play this OST right before something goes down. I am conditioned now to worry. Patutu glances at her fellow Nukutai. Relived moments and longings are etched onto their face.
I'm getting more and more confused by Miss Grace's words.
Maybe she's trying to manipulate you. The guests lean on one another, chatting happily under the warm glow of the lamps.
Miss Barcarola?
Looks more Hawaiian. The timid voice of a child reaches Barcarola's ear.
I want to go home.
Guess I'm here now. Now you're here, Frank. The scene before her is a mess. This is certainly no time for a symphony performance. Among the crowd, she sees Regulus shaking her head. Okay, this is Regulus's fault,
One of the
right?
changes I must make to truly embrace music?
Like Regulus killed the power. Come on. A single note drifts from her crackling box, then a harmonious melody of joyful, lively, and contrasting sounds.
Whoa!
She has like noodle arms, dude. Look at that. I mean, they're skinny ass arms. They're skinnier than Fatutu's. What the hell? Maybe they hit the iceberg. I don't think they hit the iceberg. I'm pretty sure Regulus just overloaded the power or something, or her record player, her magic record player fucked everything up.
Attention passengers.
Attention passengers.
The Free Breeze is currently experiencing a power outage due to a fuse blown by a car.
Oh, it wasn't Regulus's fault. That's crazy.
We ask that everyone remain calm.
What is a cargo leak? What
We
does that mean?
sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. To make your wait more comfortable, we'll be offering unlimited ice cream shortly.
Since I wasn't here earlier, you got any opinion on the satellite they talked about in earlier notes? Okay, so there were two, right? There was the one that they gave us, which was that all of the relics on board the satellite, kind of just coincidentally formed an anti-storm function. I'm leaning towards the fact that since this is a collection of a collection of humanity's like progress and stuff, that it became kind of a shrine unto itself, right? And since it's like technically a thing of reverence, it kind of developed into its own asymmetric nuclide site, like its own storm safe site, just by virtue of it being this hugely significant thing to like monuments of human development. That's the one I'm leaning towards. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe space just isn't affected by the storm after all, which I hate that. I really do. Regulus accidentally used her electricity pouch she'll be getting once every 4. Yeah, she turns into Electro from Spider-Man. Isn't her record holding some important info? Yeah, the specific, the Regulus record, yeah, is apparently important. We still don't know why, though. Some of the cargo got leaked, the prisoners escaped. Like, yeah, kind of, I guess. I don't know what they mean by cargo leak. What the hell? Like, fuel leak? That makes more sense. The fuck is a cargo leak? We see unlimited ice cream? Hell yeah, worth.
Since we're approaching the habitat of the series, we're expecting an increase in turbulence and noise as we work toward the mall.
Series? I'm assuming sirens? The equivalent to sirens or something?
Your understanding.
I think they're using asymmetric nuclide art to create the artificial storm. Yes, that's what Ulrich was implying. I'm happy we got an answer on Regulus' little thing. Yeah, I was expecting it to be like something like her little locket thing. Oh, the halls brighten again, and guests bid one another farewell. The lamp still held tightly in their hands. Barcarola exhales deeply as Regulus approaches her, a smug look on her face.
See? What did I tell you?
Cargo leak as in some water got... Oh, a leak into the cargo hold. Okay, that makes more sense.
Music works wonders. Anytime, anywhere.
You were right, Signora Regulus.
You owe me one now. So, how about a little reciprocity?
She rubs her fingers together mischievously.
Say, letting me have a rock session on the ship?
Wait a minute. Cargo leak as in some water got into the cargo. Does that mean they've already hit the iceberg? Like, there's already a leak in the cargo hold, and they're just trying to downplay it? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm honestly a bit confused on what the experiment... I'm confused too. Like, are they actually trying to induce some kind of like localized storm or something? I don't know. Or recreate the conditions prior to the storm?
Cross my heart.
Cross my heart.
All right, you can do it. But...
Woohoo!
Permission granted. Regulus doesn't wait to hear her extra conditions. She's already dashed off, speaking as she goes.
Don't forget to thank the girl who made the lamp.
As if I need you to remind me. I'll have you know I was just about to head over to her.
Barcarola gently paces over to the darkened corner that has become the gathering place of the Nukutai.
Tutu was right. The stupid girl's back.
God, stupid girl.
Huh?
Eh.
I must say, I don't appreciate being called an oaf or stupid. But I would like to thank you for your help back there.
What?
On behalf of the whole crew, you have our respect.
Oh, what do we do now? Tutu never said they'd be so friendly.
Barcarola's kind of dull. I hope there's some development. Yeah, she's just kind of going with the flow so far.
Where did she go?
Creatures have spare compartments in case the main one fails. Yeah, like they have the water locks and stuff like that. But I mean, technically the Titanic had those too, but those kind of just failed. There's very little about Ceres on Google. All I found is a dragon-like sawfish. So some kind of sea monster then. An old song. Let's see. Okay. Has anyone played through the event? What's a good stopping point? Because we're definitely not getting through it all tonight. Should I try to get to 10, 11-ish? Like, what are we thinking? Because it's already 6 a.m. here. Is there a natural stopping point at any point in the next couple chapters? Because if not, we'll probably stop at 10 for tonight. The Titanic also had many other... Yeah, I mean, the Titanic was never supposed to fucking sail, from what I recall. Like they rushed that thing to hell just to get it on off on time. I think 8 here is okay. Okay. So if 8's an actual stopping point, then we can stop at 8. And maybe we can get through the rest of it on the next stream. I'm not sure when that'll be though. I can think you can stop whenever you want. Oh, is there not really a... Because I don't want to stop at like a build-up point or like at a cliffhanger, you know what I mean? Maybe this one? Alright, we'll do 8 and then we'll call it for the night then. Plus it's the grind thing as well, so I can use that for my... to burn my AP on. A great song infused with the hues of a coral reef and a hint of Brian. I have not done all the new exchange codes yet, Evo. Actually, if you have those, could you throw them up in chat so I can... Like, I've lost track of which are which, honestly.
I've learned so much about the outside world since I boarded this ship. So, why do I feel even more confused? I trust my people. They're good and kind, and they've never lied to me.
Pretty much where I got to, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
You just have to look at their spirit.
It's just a good farming spot.
The songs and dances of Melly nourish the shells, and the purity of my people's souls color their surface in the most beautiful patterns. And Miss Grace, she's been good to us too.
Oh, I don't know about that. Raging Sea.
She warned us about the destruction of Melly, saving us from the flood, and she showed us the world as it really is. She even wants us to be part of her plan. Our ancestral shells have also told us how terrible the world outside is. That it's a place with Sanguma witches, Nakarua serpents, and all kinds of other beasts.
Raging Sea and Melody from... Okay, cool. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you. Barcarola. Those scenes replay again and again in her mind. The casual conversations, the warm smiles, and the glowing lamps in their hands.
But now I'm here.
Cruise Sweetheart, okay,
on
cool.
this ship full of
I don't think I have
outsiders.
any of the 2.4
I
things.
feel that they're just like us.
Past and present blur together as Fatudu searches her memories, leaving her dizzy and overwhelmed. In her day, she has wandered into another part of the ship. It isn't until a voice snaps her out of her thoughts that she realizes where she is.
Hello, young lady. What are you doing out here
Almost
all by
an
yourself? Don't just stand there. Come on in.
Come on in.
Sorry. I didn't even realize where I was going.
One helmsman gives her a hearty pat on the shoulder.
No need to apologize, my dear. You are more than welcome. You saved us old folks from sitting here in silence till we reach shore.
Charlie's just happy to have someone new to tell his stories to.
I think Grace is doing to the Nukutai like what Arcana did to Apeiron people. I have a feeling that's also the case, yes. Like trying to use their hatred of outsiders, or at least trying to forge a hatred of outsiders within them.
I bet Esam will jump at
Still can't get rid of Miss Grace. Yeah, I don't know, because she does seem to be earnestly trying to recruit them from enemies. Which, I mean, even if she was a mole, that seems excessive.
But I've never seen one with my own eyes.
Fatutu curiously peers out the window. A strange yet familiar hum fills the air. Roar. Ceres.
Well,
Ceres.
this young lady knows a thing or two about the sea.
How about you give us a hand, eh?
He extends a rough hand to her. Fatutu takes a hasty step back, but the hand remains warmly held out before her. She has seen many hands like this before, calloused, working hands like those of Grandma Penu, Uncle Tarek, Grandpa Natano, and many of the other Nukutai. There's something comforting in its familiarity.
Me? I'm not sure I know how to...
Grace, oh wait, no. She sounds really manipulative, but I can see how she's doing all this to increase her rank in Manus. Yeah, but I mean, like, she's also giving them weapons, so, like, it's a fine line to walk, I think. Grace is doing a much worse job, to be honest. If she wants to keep V2 and Co. on her side, she really shouldn't let them interact with and form their own opinion on others. Yeah, like, I mean, that's the first thing you do to break someone out of, like, bigotry and, like, hatred, right? You expose them to people and make them realize, hey, they're not that bad. So yeah, she's kind of fumbling the bag a little bit here.
Don't worry, it's almost too easy.
I mean, that's the reason cult leaders kind of isolate their cults, right? Don't let them see outside perspectives. And I mean, that's what Manus is. It's a cult.
The sea is with us today. Of course it is. For how long we
They gave this guy eyes, I just realized.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why? The helmsmen exchange a few winks and shoulder pats, and there's a clear camaraderie between them. They roll up their sleeves as they prepare for their performance.
Get ready, folks! Port the helm!
Alright, let's kill some dudes. Mineral? I don't have a mineral team.
Let the overture begin.
Okay, so these are the Ceres. They're like fucked up manta rays. Unless Grace is actually a moth, and she's doing a bad job on purpose. You know what? It could actually be the case. Like, there's no way she doesn't realize that letting them, like, interact with other people isn't going to backfire. I think she didn't isolate them because their leader refuses. He still has some doubts. That too, yeah. Like, he's trying to keep his people safe first and foremost. Let's fuck this guy up.
That's the direction. A simple arcane trick.
Simple arcane trick.
A bandura? Stars. As you wish.
I think Matilda's the one who uses Eureka, right? Or causes Eureka to deplete, which is part of the inspiration and impromptu.
Listen up.
Zealotry.
Do you have any requests? Oh, please. I know how to use it. Goodbye.
What if Miss Grace is Matilda's mother? Well, I don't think that works though, right? Because I mean, it's Kayla's, if not Kayla's body, Kayla's likeness. So Matilda wouldn't recognize her unless the being that Miss Grace is Matilda's mother. I don't know how that would work though.
Great.
Speaking of Matilda, I wonder when they will continue her story with her mom. Probably not for a while. I don't think.
270 hard starboard.
Because I know up to 2.7 for sure we don't have more Matilda's mom then, so maybe 2.8. 270 hard starboard.
Slow down to 5 knots. Watch the bow wave.
Watch the bow wave.
Turn on the speakers.
I don't think a timeline fits with the Argus stuff. Wait, why wouldn't it? Because the Argus stuff happens in the 90s, prior to Uluru. I think it works. Because, I mean, remember, it's like 4 months in between the storm and current day, so like a lot of can happen in that time, including all the events that we've seen. You know, Green Lake, San Francisco, Texas. The seasoned navigator issues a steady flow of instructions. The cruise ship slowly turns, skillfully avoiding the reach of the sea monster's tentacles.
Signorina?
Signorina. He gives Fatutu a harmonica and asks if she can play it.
No.
What did he expect?
Don't worry. Anything you play can't be worse than what Essam has to offer.
I can hear you, you know.
The sailors joke and jostle as they clamor for the respective instruments.
I dream to leave my native home. I
I grieve to leave my comrades all.
They burst into song.
Come on, join in.
2.0, 2.1 in chapter 8, 2.5, and now 2.4. Yeah. I have no idea, it just popped into my mind. Melodious music, off-key yet heartfelt, drifts out towards the sea. It's just like how those nights by the bonfire in Melee. I just noticed in the background, it's all this areas. This is actually kind of a cool image here. Like it's a school of the creatures instead of like one big boss.
Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I'm far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me?
Roar. One nameless sea shanty after another tears through the fog, with lights shimmering on the sea's surface like embers after a festival bonfire. Realization strikes her. She finally understands her role.
Miss Grace.
Uh-oh.
The outside world is indeed full of dangers, but there is less to fear than you think.
Got a lot of cool CGs by Naughty. Yeah, they give us a lot. That's surprising.
Help you through it.
See, is she being manipulative, or is she actually trying to help? Advice and reassurances echo in her mind. She suddenly feels weak.
What am I doing?
Oh.
Sorry, I have to go.
Yeah. She scurries off. It's kind of cool if you're not actively trying to sink your ship, yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand. Why are they so nice? This is nothing like the stories.
Her questions hang in the air, and so too does a knuckle at the door.
Come in.
Who is it?
Timekeeper, I hope you didn't have too much
We don't.
difficulty
Yeah,
during the
no.
power
Okay,
outage.
sure.
Not
Burton
at all,
hasn't done
Senator.
anything yet.
It actually gave me the opportunity to try out X's latest invention, the bouncing bulb.
Bouncing bulb.
It's very interesting. A little draining, though.
Would you like to try out one of these then?
Yeah, she got one of the
Did you make this, Sonetto?
lamps.
I did. Miss Saloni from Nukuteo taught me how to make it. It's called a sea mother's eye. She told
I completely
me
forget
every
Burton
household
Sonetto where
memory
he
lies
eyes did
hidden
as
in
well,
stories
honestly.
to help guide
I didn't
those
even know
that stay
Sonetto was going to be
safely
part
home.
of this event. I thought she got left
She
at home.
said, with this, no one will ever be lost in the dark.
Thank you, Sonetto.
Thank you, Sonetto.
And what a lovely saying.
Sonetto breathes a sigh of relief, but her eye remains fixed on the Sea Mother's eye.
After this mission,
This event is a
we
Regulus
should be able to
focused
apply for a
event.
field
Yeah,
investigation in Italy.
Italy.
Italy?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, motherland. That Sonetto is unable to hide her delight.
But let's focus on this mission first.
Why does that read like a fucking
May I
death
borrow
flag,
your
man?
communicator?
If we get through this, we're going to Italy. Yeah, no, someone... Why does that read like a death flag?
There's something I need to verify.
Of course.
What if Miss Grace is trying to test them? Like if a group of isolated arcanists wants to join the human society, they'll have to acknowledge the dark side of humanity. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely one way. Like, especially since how she kind of played it up as all the big bads out here. Like the way she words it does seem like she's actively trying to rile them up. Foreshadowing for a story in the future. Yeah, Italy chapter, I'm assuming. Which is when we get Schneider, yeah. Oh god, it's this fucking thing again.
Connecting to
How is it that we're in the 90s? Like, we cut off in 99, right? We should have, like, at least a Nokia brick phone or something. What the fuck are we doing with this? Like, they had Palm Pilots in the 90s, I'm pretty sure. Use one of those, man.
Huh?
Wait, I didn't read that. I was too busy ranting. Okay. Answer machine then.
Just as I suspected, communications are blocked. Someone's jamming the signal.
Do you think it's Manus Vindictae?
Who else
It's
would
possible.
it be?
The flyer proved that this ship has some kind of association with them. We need to stay vigilant.
Regulus should know about this. I'll go find her.
A heart-wrenching scream echoes from afar, reverberating through the hulls of the ship. What happened?
Regulus.
I think it relates with Arcanum involved with technology. Would that type of mobile phone work at sea, though? I'm sure they would have, like, some way to extend the signal, right? Use magic, man. Opinions on this story trying to add more layers on it's odd. Like, I know she can't always, she isn't necessarily just supposed to be a, like, two-dimensional, questionable bad guy, right? But seeing her suddenly concerned about making sacrifices does make me wonder if she knows Moth personally. Like, to a degree that she wouldn't want Moth to die or be exposed. Or if Moth is just that important to their operations that even considering putting them on, in a position of risk is a really bad idea. But every time the president comes out, she does seem to, like, suddenly lose a lot of her bluster, you know what I mean? Also, the president feels like he knows Burton to some extent. He's very familiar with her. He calls her by name when everyone else calls her Timekeeper. So, that's an odd one to me. I'll be honest, the poem at the back of the flyer feels so much like bait. It does, but I'm also thinking it's just coincidence, because we know Barcarola is renowned, right? Like a world-renowned whatever. It could just be that the song written was hers and kind of just found its way into Foundation hands at some point. I don't know. But it does seem very, very fishy that that's the one they received. Like, it feels like they're being called out, like, specifically singled out. Hurry over to source of the screen.
Regulus, are you alright?
Oh, someone broke one of our records or something. It's nothing serious. Senator stops in her tracks. The scene before her is all too familiar, for it has played out countless times at the LSCC. Yep.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Ignoring the fact that Regulus just dropped her sunglasses, Ulrich calmly pours coffee into his energy intake. He still drinks coffee. I like how his ID card is just the blob. Am I the only one who thinks, despite how horrible Constantine's actions are, it's all in the benefit of it? I honestly do think her actions are to benefit humanity, specifically humans. Because, I mean, really, what are you supposed to do? You're in a position where the world is fucking dying, and you have to make tough choices. Like, yeah, maybe she could be a little less gleeful about it, but in the end, like, what are you gonna do? You just gonna let the world die? No, man. You use the assets that you have, and if that means expunging some assets that aren't worth using, then you do it, right? Also, this is a different VA for all. Is it? I felt like that might be the case, but I couldn't remember too well his Chapter 7 voice, so I didn't say anything. I think it's obvious she's working for humanity's benefit. The problem is that most of the cast aren't humans, arcane. Exactly. Like, her primary focus is humans, and maybe she'll consider arcanists if it's, like, expedient, but she's not going to go out of their way for them.
Mr. Ulrich? What are you doing here?
By human, I mean the opposite of Manus. Yeah, like the generic term for humans, yes. But I mean, specifically Constantine, she is very much human species, like, focused.
This really the disguise you went with?
How else are you supposed to disguise this guy? Honestly, look at him.
Vertin, did you know he'd be here? Listen, there's no way I'm paying for even half an extra ticket. In fact, he should be paying for me.
Like,
well, this might take a while to explain.
Is he supposed to be undercover here? What's going on? Alright, alright. Oh man, I'm so tired. Alright, we got a good ways in. That's chapter 8. There's 24 chapters in this thing. Find the creature before you're killed. Big tooth ray, anchorfish, deep bass, bass disc. Bass? Bass? Yeah, hammerhead ray. Back home we call this thing a sea bat. It's not right, sea bats are different species and they definitely don't splash your portholes at night. Aquatic primal critter, order oceanic, family, order oceanic, ray form, genus flying ray. Should be classified as a bird. Broad wings, long tail, pair of clawed fins, and curved ivory white fangs. Thought of a business that could be passed these off as ivory. Live in groups and feed on large fish, seabirds, and drifting debris. While they may look similar to litiao, their behavior can be more different. While litiaos are generally non-aggressive, known for the fondness for challenging creatures larger than themselves, including sperm whales, baleen whales, megalodon shark. Okay, so megalodon sharks still exist in this timeline. That's fucking horrifying. And passing ships. Sometimes they even mistake protruding rocky outcrops and coral reefs for foes. When a Ceres spots a ship, it leaves from the water, attacking the vessel with sharp wings and calling upon its companions. They seem to have a companion nature. I don't know how deep those wings can slice. Despite their large numbers, communicate through single method sound. The best way to deal is to disrupt their hearing. Oh, that's why they were playing music, to disrupt the hearing. Tried using anti-lithium measures like the former captain. Oy. Also, I really like the dynamic of all Rick and Ray. Yeah, it's such a fun mechanic, or dynamic, where they're just constantly bouncing off each other. Terrible negotiators, just horrible, but they're fun. Father-daughter vibe. Yeah, kind of. They're just constantly fighting. Just bickering. With this lore revelation about dinosaurs, I expect a playable dinosaur can. Yeah, man. We get megalodons now, I guess. Flying rays is cryptid and some pictures look like the ones from the game, but the name Litiao belongs to another cryptid religion. Yeah, I've seen the Litiao, the actual Litiao picture. That thing looks fucking horrifying. Like, ugly as hell. Okay. Okay.
I'm glad I woke you up. Someone said I ought to fold up my strips before.
Let me just clear some stuff out here. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming next. Probably next week. I have a stream on the 1st. I have a stream planned for the 1st. I'll put up the waiting room for that at some point. But I have a video I want to get out before the weekend finishes, and I just have to do, like, it's recorded and everything. I just need to edit, which is gonna take a while. So there's not gonna be any streams this weekend. Then I have some work to do, like actual work, employment work. So I don't think that I'll be able to stream anything until maybe Wednesday, because Tuesday's the 1st and I plan to have a stream for the 1st. I mean, I won't be able to plan stream story until the Wednesday, maybe Thursday if I'm feeling tired after Tuesday's stream. 223. Okay, so let me see. Where? Reverse. Daily tips. Let me switch the window here real quick.
She ain't looking at me, I don't think. Just staring off into space. Can she hear me right now?
Oh, God.
Hard to tell. She could be pretending. Sometimes I act like I can't hear nothing when really I was listening.
Okay. So 223 you said? Oh God, Lord, it's all these ads. Oh, daily records. January, February. In 1987, the light of SN 1987A reached Earth. Recently, Regulus has been working on a telescope that can observe the remnants of the supernova. You know what? I feel like this... Is this 2.7? Like, I remember... I know it had something... 2.7 has something to do with the supernova. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe? Okay. Okay. I am gonna call it for the night. I'll keep you all updated on when I choose to do the next stream for this event. Hopefully soon. It's just I have a lot of stuff for the next couple days, so probably not anytime too soon. I am going to send you all over to, I believe Autumn should be streaming right now. Let's see. I think what is he doing right now? YouTube, stop being dumb. Oh, okay, he's doing Google right now. Yeah, I'm gonna send you all to Autumn. Let this load. Exchange. Oh, good call. Oh, I didn't realize I was still on. Okay, I hope I did not show anything that shouldn't have been shown. Probably not. I don't think I did. There's nothing on that page that's actually important. I think. Hang on, let me check again. No, I'm safe. Yeah, there's nothing on here that's crucial information. Nice. Need to be a lot more careful though. Let me see. Let me scroll back for these exchange codes. Raging Sea. Melody of Home. And Cruise Sweetheart. Hoggers. Okay. That's it for the stream, guys. I am going to send you all off to